What's up, everybody? This is Life Unscripted, episode 8. Y'all already know how we talking. Episode 8. We staying consistent every fucking week since we started.
You
know what I'm saying?
Back in the building, number 8.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
do it.
You know what I'm saying? Success leaves footprints. And we having, you know what I'm saying? Today, you know what I'm saying? It's your friendly room. We was just talking about Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
I guess I'm swinging in like motherfucker Peter Parker. But it's Rome right here, you know what I'm saying? We got a special guest.
What's good?
That's the usual guy, you know what I'm saying? Regular, with the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, with the coat on. You gotta watch your bitch.
No, don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to do that.
So today we got a special guest. Let me do a little introduction for him, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no introduction. What's up?
Yeah, I appreciate the introduction, man. Happy to be here. You know, it's good to see y'all being so consistent. It's motivating on my end to be consistent as well, because you know we Patterson natives. You know, and there's very few of us that stick with it and you know chase that dream. So I'm happy to be here for sure.
And what's your name? We share a common name. You know
yes. My name is Jerome Hughs. Yes, I share the same name as Jerome over there. You know what I'm saying?
So that's pretty dope right there. And I also did remember the introduction. We got like a same background, different way of going about it. And we bonded over that, the videography and then the basketball. That's how I you know what I'm saying, got in touch with him.
Yeah.
And just the content creation in general. And that's why I felt it was suitable for him to come on here and talk what he talked to hear, and we could discuss on what is it like going that route, what people who are going that route can expect coming out of it, and just the mind of a creator. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that today.
You know what I'm saying?
And for the first topic, like always when we have a special guest, first topic, going to let the users get to know him. And I want to ask him, because me and Derecho didn't do this, I'm going to ask him, what was his experience going to college for videography? And just to start that's the topic. To start it off, I want to ask, what college did you go to?
I went to Cal State Northridge. So
okay.
That's in LA. It's like right before going to downtown LA. It's called the Valley. If you watch Victorious, the Valley Girls, they're talking about Northridge. So that's right.
Is the Valley Girls really like, they really act
different?
Yes.
Yes.
What they act like? No, I don't know no Valley Girls.
They like, you know, they talk real, oh my gosh, let's go this way, that way. But they're real like,
oh, really? They really
ready
do that?
for anything. Yeah, because, you know, it's basically LA, you know, but just outside of LA.
It's like the movie.
And they want to go everywhere at any time. But
that's a real perk they have? Like, they just down for anything spontaneous as fuck?
Yeah. Yes.
That's crazy.
Because you're 30 minutes away from everything, so you're not in everything. You're not like next to the beaches. So if someone says, hey, you want to go to the beach? What's 30 minutes away? Let's go. They'll be down, like they're always ready to go.
No, that's dope.
So that's where that joke comes from. And then if you've seen Sky High,
yeah, of course.
The school shot is at our school.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that whole school shot where right before he goes into the fight the villain, the whole little front of the school.
Oh, yeah.
That's our library.
That's
so
dope.
I was real, you know, hyped going. I was like, oh snap! I'm on a movie.
Is that college known for videography? Or is that your major?
Yeah, my major is cinema, CTVA, cinema television of the arts. So it's known for, you know, breeding people who either are on a TV show or doing TV shows. Like the director of that Batman show Gotham, he came from Northridge. A lot of actors came from Northridge. A lot of CSI television shows use Northridge campus because we have some of the best equipment. Like we compete with UCLA. USC's got us beat, but UCLA and Northridge are neck and neck. And because we're not in the city as much, we have like something to prove more than UCLA, because UCLA's near everything, man. The parties, near all the fun excursions and you know, like anything fun UCLA got, whereas Northridge, you got something to prove. You don't got as much out there. You got all the tools, but it's up to you if you want to work with them. And so, I don't know, anyone who's been there, anyone who goes to Northridge, you usually are known as a hard worker.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
trait
to have.
So
that's a good trait to have.
Exactly
you know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that shit.
It's like, you know, schools that usually like stick to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a party school.
Oh.
Like you go to like Chico.
Like USC.
Chico, they be partying. Or
Chico.
like Sac State be partying.
What you guys say about USC?
USC be partying. Yeah. USC USC, it's crazy. They be partying, but they're like, if you go anywhere 2 blocks outside of the school, you're in the hood. Like, you are in the hood.
Oh, for real? I thought that was UCLA like that.
No, USC.
That's crazy.
USC, they have the best parties, but it also is very dangerous if you leave the campus. That's why the campus is so big.
Yeah.
They want you to stay inside the campus. But yeah, I gotta give it to USC. I put USC, UCLA, then Northridge in terms of partying.
Oh, okay, that's tough.
Yeah.
So when you was out there going to school, you was also going partying too and doing all that fun stuff.
I did it my first semester, and then second semester of my freshman year, I got introduced to this guy. He was in Africana Studies and film, so he specified in trying to shoot films of Black people.
That's tough.
And like a lot of the parties I started going to were like Africana Studies related parties. Like when I started doing Africana Studies, I had teachers that would literally use the whole school time to just have us apply for scholarships. I ain't never had somebody care about me bringing money back in my pocket. So like, I kind of shied away from the parties my first 2 years because of that. Because I wanted to build a foundation of like, okay, what is it I want to do? Because you are paying money to go to this school.
Yeah,
so.
no, you are. A lot of money.
Dude, a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying?
Whole lot.
So you gotta make the most of it.
How long was you in school?
I was in for 4 years.
So you did 4 years?
Yeah, I finished 2023.
Okay.
And but I had the COVID experience. So I had 2 years of fun, then 2 years of COVID style, and that was hard, especially for my major in film.
No, for sure.
Oh,
You're supposed to be in production.
You know, for sure.
You can't be in production.
it's hard to adjust to that.
And I think right when we had to go back home, that's when I met you again and you were like, you should do color grading on your videos. And like, I don't know, I was just fixated on, okay, color grading. Well, I'll need an excuse to make me do this color grading. Color grading is like making your video look good, polished, vibrant. So I made a web series on my own.
Oh, really? That's how you got it started?
That's how I got it started, because you said color grading,
Yeah,
but
I
I
remember
didn't
that.
have an excuse.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't have no excuse to do it, so
Yeah.
I was like, let's make a series. And I didn't know how to write scripts, so I would just call my friend and then like talk about what would school be like in a quarantine environment, like how would a student react. And so I took my best shot at it. It was fun. People like it. Now I don't like it because I've gotten so much better. For the time being, it was like my therapy because I went to school to get better at the craft. And now I'm learning how to shoot films on a Zoom screen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some students out there think that's enough to make it in the industry or to make a mark in whatever it is you want to do. Like, nah, you have to do stuff on your own time. You have to, like, just because the final's over and it's winter break, it's not winter break for you. That's where you get to do like the stuff you've been interested in, because now you don't have assignments on your back. Now you can go, oh, I've been thinking about this web series. Well, let me go try it out, get some people that were, around.
So I got to ask then, say for the people who have the excuse of, I don't have the equipment, then what would you say?
But they went to school?
Yeah.
Then you do have equipment, because anybody who goes to school, you can rent out any of the equipment for free. You just have to be curious enough to walk around your entire campus. See, me, coming from Patterson, I checked out everything. I was curious as heck. I said, oh, what's this building? I was in the art building. I was in the business building. I was in every building to know what is free to me.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
What is free to me?
Uh-huh.
I found out we got a massage person we can get for free as long
You
as
didn't know that? They had it in the site.
Yeah, they got a massage person.
I did not know that.
They got saunas. They got video equipment that you can. They got studio time in the library. You can record a song. You get 2 hours to record a song.
Really?
I don't know if it's industry
the
standard,
hell?
because I don't make music like that. But they had a whole studio that you can rent for 2 hours, and people don't know this because you ain't walking around.
That's crazy.
So
when you was walking around, you were intentionally asking people, or you was just walking around reading flyers? Like, how was you going about it?
I'm very much a character. I always put myself in situations where I don't like to be direct with the questions, but I'll act like I'll touch something, And I'd be like, wait, excuse me, we have a video room? And then I let them explain. I said, oh, that's not free, huh? Oh, it is free. Oh, it is? Well, then how can I always set up.
Master of indirects. He's a master of indirects.
That's how I set it up.
Yeah.
You know, people are antisocial. They don't want to talk to you directly, but if you make it seem as if they're answering a question for you, then they feel more enlightened to help you. You know, moving forward. So that's worked for me.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it worked for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You take advantage of that. Definitely take advantage of that. It's like I never thought of that. Have you thought of that?
No, I usually just go direct with it.
Yeah, I was like, you know what I'm saying? We got this, we got that.
Because then they're more likely to tell you a secret to get advantage on it versus the normal standard way of getting. Like, let's say you want to rent studio time, and they just tell you, oh yeah, you can rent studio time, just go online. But then they said, I tell you what, you go online and you recommend John recommended you'll be in front of the list of getting that studio time instead of waiting 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get your spot. So it's like stuff like that I would pick up.
That's crazy.
You know, to get the most out of it.
So I guess I did kind of the same thing, but mine wasn't indirect. Mine was more so just pure. This sound for the men and I did it for every gender. So it was the buttering up. Like I would act real friendly. That's why I said that. It's just being friendly. So I'm like, what's up? How you doing? Do. They give me all that, all the running, like being a friend. And then I'll ask my question. And then they'll come with more on top, or like they'll give me a discount, or they will say it's free, or they'll like you ain't gotta worry about it because I did that. I guess you call it pre-gaming before you ask the actual, before you get to the actual where you want to take it. So that's what I did, and it worked for me. And then we got another way. You got any secrets to communicating?
No, not at all. I'm not a communicator. I was about to say when I went to college, bro, I did no type of communication. I kind of just found out everything myself.
Now, would you listening to him? Do you feel like that was the correct way to go about it?
Heck no, I would have talked to people and everything. Heck yeah, I always think about that. I feel like, damn, if I went to college or like stayed in college, I would have went and traveled around the school more. Heck yeah.
Oh, so you didn't do it at all?
I did. Like I knew where every building was, but I didn't know exactly what every building offered you. You know what I'm saying?
I was curious.
I wasn't curious enough.
Yeah. And what sparked that curiosity in you, Jerome?
Because I never had much when I was in high school, middle school. Like, I was making videos with my iPhone and in my bathroom because it had the best lighting. Like, I didn't even know what equipment was. And then when I would make ideas, no one took them serious. So when you tell me that these tools are available as long as you are willing to ask questions and not act like you know it all.
That's tough.
I just took that with me.
That's tough.
And then I just prayed, like, as I got better, I wasn't, like, I didn't let my ego get ahead of not being able to give free game when people need it. You know what I mean? Like, just because I paid for it, it don't mean you need to pay for it to get it. Because, like, I wish someone would told me all this. So, like, if there's any way I could help someone along the way, you know.
No, that's tough.
You feel me?
Letting that sink in right there because he dropped two pieces that really set it apart for him personally was the curiosity and that stemmed from having nothing, right? That's one. Then the second was the appreciation he had. You know what I'm saying? That he had to learn and he's willing to give to anybody else.
Yeah.
That's like a great man right there.
That's a great tip right there. That's a great tip.
Like, you know
Tell
what
everybody
saying?
that's going to college, go find everything out. Walk around your school.
Cause I used to be in those. I was in the resource room a lot, so I was deemed as a special ed student in high school. So I didn't expect to even get into a lot of these colleges. So when I did get in one, I was like, I'm not wasting no time. Like, although I may process things slower.
So they deemed you as special ed?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I hit it very well. Yeah.
I
would walk the long way to the special room.
And they call him special.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He doing things like that.
I would
like what?
He had
like we play on the same they play on the same basketball team.
Yeah.
And he ain't even know that.
No, yeah.
And he talking about he had to walk all the way around so nobody would know.
Right.
Like why would they saying you was like you know what I'm saying? Why they put you there?
It's just I would process things differently. Like if you're reading a sentence, if I had to read a sentence it would say the dog is walking in the house. I would read it as the dog is walking in the house because he went outside, he was running around the track and he came back and that's why he went to the house. Like I could never give you just the one answer. So I needed to like get help with that to break it down into a simpler like pieces. But then when I got to college, like the kind of resources I was using, people go to like use it on the daily. Like it's called, like they literally have people in departments that help you with that kind of stuff. So it's like, if you need help with a test, what they did for me, that's what they'll do with the college level. You just have to go to their office hours. And so I wish I knew that in high school. I wouldn't have been as ashamed of it. You know, like that was a huge challenge for me growing up, because you know how it was.
I know the stigma.
They be clowning like a mug.
Nah, it's the stigma. The short bus.
Yeah.
That's basically what he talking about right there. When they clown you on being the short bus.
I walked home. No, you would not catch me.
Yeah, no, it's basically what they doing is what he's ashamed of is getting struck with an inferiority complex. They basically saying I'm superior than you. Yeah. And he can't do nothing about it. Because it's the truth. Like, not saying it's true like that, but
I hear
the facts that they're isolating him and putting him in that type of class is a fact.
Mm-hmm. That's a crazy reason though. I wouldn't expect that. Was it just for English or what?
For me it was English. It varies for each
I got you.
caseload, and then I remember one year one of the teachers, I went out because you know how when you take your test, they'll go to a different room to take their test. Yeah. I remember, what is his name? I forgot his name. I went out and he told the class, someone said, "Oh, Jerome gets to leave." I said, "Well, it's because those people do the test for him."
Oh, damn.
So basically saying I cheat to get my grade. So I remember the next year I went a whole year not going to that room. And I managed to make like the what is it? The honor roll list. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was like my best accomplishment to me. Because it was like,
hell yeah, you overcame whatever the bullshit he was talking about.
Yeah, now what I heard right there is
it was hard though. It was hard as heck. Oh my gosh.
It's a fuel. So what I seen right there is you don't let words keep you down. You let it rise you up. Mm-hmm. You been like that your whole life, or did something happen that shifted your thought process?
Definitely a lot of things happened in middle school. Just I wasn't the best in basketball. I could block shots, but I wasn't the best. I wasn't the best dancer. You know, Emmanuel Jones. He was the best dancer. I wasn't
remember that.
the best in math. There was a dude named Gabe. You know, I was always second in a lot of things. But I watched a motivational video called. It's this motivational speaker called Eric Thomas.
That's his name.
And he just talking about how if you fall down, like land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up.
Ooh, that's
and I
tough.
Felt that because every situation I just named to you, I always was falling, but I would get back up and get a little bit better and a little bit better. And so my first wake up call was when I made the honor roll 8th grade year. Like just it felt like winning a championship to me, because there's not a lot of awards for us special students. So in terms of that, you can be seen in a public eye. Making the honor roll is a public eye thing that everybody's coming to see. They give you that little gold, little star. Man, I held it like an NBA ring. I was like, hold on, I like this feeling. And so from there, I kind of wanted to chase that. And then whatever else I wanted that amount of energy. If it was videos, okay. If it's
you wanted that amount of energy, as in you wanted to put that amount of energy into those things that you.
Yeah, and you can see that too. That's what's crazy. Like he was always working hard in basketball. Working hard.
I wasn't quiet here, but I was
working hard.
Yeah, I even did cross country to help with my asthma, because I had asthma. That was a big problem.
Yeah.
And I did cross country to delete it, to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Did I almost pass out doing cross country? Heck yeah, that was insane. But like you said, land on your back, you get back up. So I was on my mind, everything I was doing. I'd replay that speech over and over again. So that was I think that was my wake up call, Eric Thomas speech.
So as y'all see, niggas ain't born right. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Yeah.
It's about what he went through and what he experienced that turned him into the man he is today. So don't ever look at your situation and compare yourself like you. What's the best way I say it? Like you not him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't always him.
Yeah, facts.
He had to be you, like, or he had to be that to become this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you understand that you could be the same way. You just have to go through your own trials and tribulations. You have to go through your own struggles.
Yeah, you gotta just stand firm in the storm. You gotta embrace it. You gotta like be like, man, I can't wait to laugh at this. Right now, yeah, it's hell. It's hell right now. But man, give it a couple months. Give it like maybe even a year. You gonna look back and say, man, we really made it through that. Big, you know.
Yeah. Now, you guys anything to say about that?
No.
So I could come off because I could go crazy on this topic.
Okay.
He said you could laugh about it in the future. I was big on NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro-linguistic programming is basically you controlling your mind and telling it what you want it to do. So what he said, you will laugh about this in the future, is a core thing I used in one of my darkest times. And I got that from a book. Can't remember the name, can't remember the author. But I remember what it said. It said, you know you finna laugh about it in the future. Why can't you laugh about it now? And I used to put myself in a future aspect, like a future Jerome in that moment to rid all the pains. I was going through it. Like, I was physically hurt, mentally hurt, emotionally hurt. But I knew I would look back at it and laugh. Be like, I remember going through that. Just in the moment, I just sped it up. You know what I'm saying? To get past that quicker. Because it's a recovery thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the faster you get back on your feet, the more you can get done. Mm-hmm. So if I'm lingering in this limbo of hurt, pain, trauma, then I'm a limbo nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I use that, right? What he said, I just brought it present tense and said, I'm going to laugh about it now and get right back up and let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why I was a lot more resilient to a lot of things happening.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you got anything to say?
I can add to that.
Did you, how do you deal with, not trauma, how do you deal with adversity? You heard how he deal with it. You heard how I deal with it. How do you deal with adversity?
Keep my mind off of certain things. That's all I do.
Okay, let's give me an example of that.
I
Like, not an example. Give me a real life that you went through and then you did that for.
don't know. I can't think of one right now.
So you don't have one right now?
I have one right
But you say you keep your... So let's say you are... What's something I can give you? What's the example? You got an example for him? That's adversity?
The basketball team. Like, you outperforming the dude that's starting, but you not getting the minutes. You outplaying him in practice, but you not getting the playing time, and now it's affecting.
Yeah, like I said, I just try not to think about it too much. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm good at keeping things off my mind, I guess.
Mm-hmm. How you feel about that? Hearing that way of going about adversity.
At the high school level, I'm not gonna front. That can be a powerful tool because in high school you let a lot of things crowd your mind of what's important. So if you're able to put something to the side so you can focus on bigger goals,
Yeah, because that's happened to me before.
You
That's
know?
happened to me before.
Now let me ask you this: do you do that when it's out of your control or whenever? Let's say right now, you know you supposed to be doing a certain thing, but you like the adversity of getting it done, so you say, "Fuck it, I ain't even gonna think about it." Or is it only when it's out of your control do you say, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna think about it"? Just ask me personally.
No, that's what I'm trying to think about. That's a hard question. I don't know.
Let's say going to the gym.
Oh yeah, no. I'll just throw it out sometimes.
So you say, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna think about
I
it."
ain't gonna blame you. I
sometimes
do the same, man. Yeah.
sometimes
Now, do you think that is holding you back or propelling you forward?
No, for sure it's holding me back.
So you would recommend, because that mindset has its pros and cons, as we can see.
Yeah.
Obviously, the pro is when it's out of your hands, that's the way to go. When you can't control the outcome, that's the way to go.
But just throw a limit on it.
Yeah.
You say throw a limit on it?
Yeah.
What is the limit?
When it starts interrupting your personal life.
In a negative way?
In a negative way.
What does that even look like?
Like you said, you're not going to the gym.
So when you're not achieving your goal,
Yeah.
and you're not achieving your goal because of the work you're not putting in, it's when you should throw that mindset away.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. You got anything to say on that?
Yeah, just adding on the limiter when like you said, when it's something out of your control, you can use that. But when it's stuff that you can't control, like you need to go to the gym, all right, you got to cut that off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's what you mean by the limit.
Ooh,
No, same thing.
But then, I don't know if y'all haven't heard this. How you do anything is how you do everything. Life ain't a light switch that you can just turn on and off. We play sports, all three of us. In one sport, football, we a dog, for me at least. I'm a dog. I'm going crazy. And in basketball, I'm not a dog. You know what I'm saying? Or let me switch it in.
Because you can't foul in basketball.
No.
Exactly.
I mean, my bad. That was a bad example. Because I'm trying to say, how you are in one thing, it spills over. It spills over to the other. Like I'm a dog in this one. I'm gonna still be showing that dog in this one. Like it's like not a turn off.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like there is damn near no turn off.
I don't know. What's a good example
of what I just said?
Yeah, I know another good. I can't think of another.
You know what I'm trying to say, Jerome, or no?
No, yeah, you're saying it. So you're relating that back to how not thinking about it in the sense of things you can't control can also spill over to
the same way.
Your mentality,
working out.
Yeah.
It's like your mentality will always stay.
So using that quote. Yeah. So first off, do you think that quote held relevance in this subject?
Yeah, I do, because unconsciously, if you're training your brain to think a certain way, to tell it to completely turn off, you know, I don't know, that would be straining for me after a while. Like I would have to start doing workshops in my head to then milk it
back on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's extra work.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yep.
Some people that works for them, but for me, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that quote. Yeah.
In this subject. Because I could see the benefits of it, and I also see how you can control it. And I also see how you can slip up. So 3 things. I use that. I ain't gonna lie. I use that mentality. You give it a fuck it. Like there's sometimes no, seriously. There's some points in your life you lost so much that another loss don't mean shit. You lost so much you're numb. So when you do everything you like, let's say him right here. He did every video, he did every interview, he did everything he could have did, and every single time it went bad.
Yeah.
But he had a winner mentality. It kept going. So no matter what it is, it's just like a fuck it, whatever. We're just gonna keep going. Fuck it, whatever. We're just gonna keep going. So I can see that, and that mentality. That's what I have. Now I don't have it in the other one. So I do think you can find a fine line. With that. I do.
Yeah.
You just, but the outcome of that, the con of that is, your expectant is very low.
Yeah.
Like when you are doing that action, and you're trying to get a reaction from that,
the potency of whatever you're trying to get out.
You're not thinking it's gonna work.
Yeah.
It's been not working for so long, and I'm just saying, fuck it. You still think it's gonna work because you're doing it.
Because
you're doing it still.
You got to go back and see what's going wrong. You're not just saying
evaluate.
Yeah. That's facts.
That's true. Yeah.
Going back to the first topic, I know we got a lot out of it, but you guys also learned a lot about Jerome, things that we didn't even know. I wanted to swing back to the top, experience going to college for videography.
Oh, right.
And I want you to put an adjective on it.
An adjective?
Yeah, just how your experience.
My experience? Man, that was a journey for sure. Man, COVID. Because the first half was so fun, but that second half was, whew, that was a mental battle. Oh my gosh. And then I graduated in an industry job. So like I had an industry job before I graduated. So I didn't get to enjoy my graduation because I had to work.
Oh, damn.
Like it was constant. That's the one thing they'll tell you about film. It's cutthroat. It is very cutthroat. I just remember I wasn't as happy as I should have been in the moment. So then that played a part in me leaving.
Yeah, that's ugly.
You know, like I did the hardest thing for some people, and I was not happy because I knew I had to get back to this industry job that was perfect for me. I don't know. What would you call that? Dang.
Stressful.
No, you said it. The first half was fun.
It was fun. Second half was like a real grind, like a real battle.
Hearing it.
But like.
Nah, yeah, you saw you.
But like, I did Africana Studies too. Africana Studies taught me the importance of unification. I have a minor in Africana Studies, so I I understood a lot more of how important it was to talk with people of color and uplift them versus assume the worst from them, because everyone else already assumes the worst from us. So why would you add on to that? So like that part, that level of black love, because Patterson.
No,
we were not.
I got a whole.
Yeah,
I had experience. I got experience, bro. Like I was thinking about something along them lines. We're gonna get back to the adjectives. I hope you thinking.
Yeah.
But I'll say this little story. I had in this class. This was like looking back on it now. This was like my first time really seeing race matter. So I was in a mechanic class, and I was the only black guy. And it was all Mexicans. This is the time I was still roasting a lot. I was still trying to roast. And they started roasting me. So, you got to fend for yourself. And I say, every joke I said was crickets compared to every joke they said was full of laughter. like in that moment, I was just like, man, fuck y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? But looking at it now, that was the power of race.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, they was unified in that motherfucker.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wasn't laughing at well, no, I had to really dig deep. I had to say, you so fat, you can't even look down and see your penis. I didn't say penis, but you know what I'm saying? But I had to go deep for that. That's the only one they laughed at. Even then, there was just a couple chuckles. But you know what I'm saying? So, actually, Ariel was in that class, too. Yeah. She was the only other non-black in that class, but it was full of Mexicans. I was like, looking back on it now, that was like the unity of that. You know what I'm saying? That was like when
that's
race
why I
mattered.
did a BSU my last year for high school. I had to make a BSU because I was sick of it. I was sick of like the underlying microaggressions. We had to deal with, and like that they would say like I remember I made a BSU. What is that teacher's name? Miss. Oh, she was an old lady. What was her? I'm not gonna say her name, but she said. When I made the BSU, are you trying to protest? Was this a protest or something?
Who said?
I was like, what?
Who said that?
BSU means Black Student Union.
Yeah,
you don't say nothing for the Hispanic one. You don't say nothing for
they had one.
Yeah, they had one. I forgot the name of it. It called it something else.
Yep, because they
it's
had
a special name, but and then they had it for math club.
Yeah.
And then when I made it, we went to a community college. We went to a Pacific. What's the University of Pacific?
Yeah.
I took the kids there
That's over there
to show the other BSUs and show like the other students, this is what we can become. But when it was time for, that parade we would have where it's all the educational clubs, we weren't deemed as educational. I said, how does that work? I'm like, we're given educational stuff every week we come in to meet. And yet, how do we not fit in the educational platform?
Damn.
So I took it to the board of Madison, and they had to give us an award.
Oh damn!
Because I was downright wrong. You're basically saying BSU isn't educational. So what is it? A party? Like what are you saying?
Yeah. What are we? A gang? Is
That's
that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. So when I went to college, I really wanted to know about our people. I really wanted to know a different.
And what's crazy is, because I don't know, I'm gonna let the ratio go. You go first. You can say your experience on that, being light skinned in this community.
Oh no, I had a good time in high school. My high school time was a great time.
It was crazy.
I ain't doing no type of racism or nothing.
It was crazy. I could say the same.
Yeah.
But
y'all didn't have the Confederate flag hat, people.
I seen them. They ain't never talked to me or nothing.
They
was actually kind of cool with me, actually.
I could say the same thing. I could say the same thing. But also in the moment, I didn't move looking. I was kind of like blind. I guess you could see. I could say I was like blind. I was just being a clown and not seeing color at all. So I didn't even peep if they was moving like that that. You know what I'm saying? Because of that action.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I wouldn't even register. That's why I just registered now that I was never going to win that roast battle.
Yeah.
Ever.
It wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't. I didn't even realize I was fighting a losing battle. Yeah. Not even knowing it because of just my skin color.
No, for real. And then I used to clown too, but like when they start bringing race into it, I couldn't go back with the race.
They used to call me what's it called? The Black Monster, bro. I forgot what it was called. I was trying to tell somebody, bro. It started with an M, bro. But it was like the Black Monster. And I used to say this. And then I just laugh. I was a clown. Like I said, I wasn't comprehending it was a race thing. I was just a clown and just joking around.
And if you make a joke like predominantly Hispanic, you're affected your Hispanic friends too.
Yeah, you're not doing
it's
that.
a double-edged sword.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
So I was okay to do that. With certain
I was not calling.
I don't know what it is. Was it my skin color? My skin color was alright. I guess they must have thought I was Puerto Rican.
Now I see how that was happening because Davion, he was starting to get in fights with him.
Yeah, Davion would. Yeah,
that's how I seen it.
Nah, I was able to do it. It was crazy.
I wasn't. I know Kawhi was able to do it, but he had a lot of enemies too.
Dang.
Yeah, he was doing.
Kawhi did.
He had enemies. He he had clear people he did not like.
I didn't have an issue with anybody.
Yeah, nah.
Like not one person.
But you was roasting though. You didn't really roast.
I guess I don't know.
I stopped after freshman year when I saw every joke I had would affect my friend. I was like, dang, these battles ain't. Because, there's a lot of Hispanic people. I had a lot of Hispanic friends.
Yeah, I did too.
But they were also Hispanic people roasting me.
That's how it was.
Yeah,
that's how it was.
So then it's like, I don't know how I feel roasting the same culture as his. And then, he got to sit with that.
So what's crazy is, for both me and Derecho, we went through school not really around a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we did.
They were around, but I didn't hang out.
We didn't hang out with them, so we hung out
with
for freshman year. I was with my black friends, one Mexican in the group, and we was all never like roasting race, none of that. Then sophomore year, I had nobody. I had to meet. I started hanging out with the Samoans, and I got real close to Samoans, and that taught me roasting ain't the only culture. You had another lunch, or you was
Debo.
Yeah. So that's what I learned, that roasting is a core in the black community, but that ain't how every interaction is supposed to be. I used to think every friend group you supposed to just roast them and laugh at them.
That's all we used to do.
And they did not laugh. So I was like, oh, this ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't how I go over here.
Nah,
they actually laugh at jokes.
No, for real, bro.
I didn't know that.
The corniest jokes, bro. They laugh at it, bro.
Yeah. They didn't laugh at the behest of somebody else.
I still roast.
You know what I'm saying? That's personal. Like I said,
I would say marathon. My bad. To go back to the college, if I had to pick,
adjective,
I would say it was like a marathon in terms of like I said, it was fun in the beginning. Then it got real grimy, but then like that last year was like, yo, you're almost there.
Oh, yeah.
So like keep going. Like it was like technique. The technique was all fast, but then when it got grimy, it was ribs started cramping. You start thinking maybe I should make a pit stop, and then you get reminded along the way, but you keep going. It was like a marathon. So I think I finished strong, but that middle with the mixture of COVID.
Now let me ask you this, because me and Derecho, we had a podcast. We was talking about the mountains and the valleys. Now, do you think your middle part of the college years was because you wasn't doing fun things on the side? It was all grueling.
Yeah, the middle, I would say, especially the middle, I focused on getting my stuff done, like, as fast as I could. I didn't know it was common for people to take breaks. I thought you finished in 4 years. That's what I thought. That's how it was supposed to be. And it wasn't until my mom said, you can take a break. You could relax.
You already damn near done.
It's like, so like, and then I would see other people's college experience. They had all this fun going on. I was like, dang, I didn't really do much fun. Now, my last year, I did a lot more fun because I realized it and started doing it. But yeah, in my middle.
You think you could still do the fun and get the work done in a 4 year, or no?
Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah, I think you can. You just have to be more open to going to those study halls. I wasn't as open to going to the study halls because I was doing that all in high school. Why am I going to do that again?
You have so much freedom.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have freedom. I don't have to. No one's going to tell me I got to go to this other room.
Now, hold on. So was that an ego thing keeping you down?
Freshman year, yeah. Freshman year,
when you didn't go to the study halls and shit.
Yeah, then sophomore year, my friends would go. So then I'm following my friends because, we having good conversation. And then in these study halls, my motor skills was getting better in areas I never was good at because I'm in these study halls because they want to get it right. So then I wanted to get it right. So thankfully I had good friends to help the middle part because, man, it was tough, man. I'm talking like 15 pages we had to make. You had to write a 15-page Africana studies and then present the 15-page in under 25 minutes. It was like stuff like that. I was like, hey, we ain't never done this in high school. You know what I mean? Staying up all night with 8 people. I've never done anything like that. But because they wanted to work so hard, I was like, I'm not about to run away from this. Fine, let's try it.
I'm gonna let you got anything to say about that? So I want to tell, not really the direction, but this is to point out, because this stuff we talk about is like real things we going on and real things we deal with in the daily that I see in my life day to day. What he just said was he had 4 people he stayed up with all night. I don't know if that's the exact number, but I think that's what he said.
It was more, but yeah.
He said they are doing it. I can't do it, right? Now let's flip. Last episode I was talking about, not the last episode, the episode before that, I was talking about somebody being around people who was smoking. And he ended up smoking too. Now, I want to point out right here, them same ticks, he had it in a positive manner. Yeah. They all doing it. Let me just do it too in a positive manner. They all doing it. Let me just do it too. Not let's say negative, and you know what I'm saying? It could be whatever, right? But in a not as progressive manner. And I just want to point that out because them is the friends you hanging with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like them ticks that you're getting is, let's do this. What does that entail? And you're always getting that consistently, depending on, could put you in situations that you're not really progressing. Like, say if he ain't had them friends that's doing that, he had friends that was drinking and partying.
Yeah.
Now he got them ticks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah. I probably wouldn't have done it just because of my dad. My dad never drank or smoked, so I never did it. And I always like to go to parties, like to prove the point. I could still be the life of the party without it, and you will not tell. Like I used to be the life of the party.
We already know he a spy, y'all. Like, we already know. He ain't know nothing about him.
I have the same cup as you, and it'll be water, and I hold it just like you, everything.
You know what I'm saying?
But I won't. But
you know
I can still have a good time. So
he was turned to be an actor right here. Put him in a movie. Yeah. He said, I used to take the long route. I used to memorize the routes they used to take. That I used to dodge around.
He said, I look like the drunkest person in the room.
Wait, I knew how to lean.
That's what 50 Cent did. In his book, that's what he said.
I did see that. He said he used to fill the champagne bottles up with water.
Yeah, 50 Cent. Crazy. When I read that book, I was like, oh, I have no shame in doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, nah. So you read that book? I thought that was a great book. I thought that was a great book.
Yeah, I like 50 Cent's method of success and how, of course, I wouldn't do as much roasting as he does. He's a little ruthless, but I like his formula.
Definitely
is. He's a little ruthless, but I like his formula. I like how he doesn't go to the traditional routes, yet he still make it happen. Like, he's making shows. He's got no degree in film. Yeah. He's, you know what I mean? Like
that's what he said in the book too.
He's so curious.
No, that's what he said.
And he's always trying new stuff. Blackballed in a lot of things, and he still paved the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You remember when Empire was out? Empire and Power, neck and neck.
Yeah.
Then Power took over.
Yeah.
But like through that period, they were saying, "Man, this ain't nothing compared to Empire."
Yeah.
And then it just
took over.
So I respect him. I respect Donald Glover. Those two, because they do multiple things. They do things outside the box. And you know, you being from Patterson, you have to do things outside the box to really, like, if you have a dream, you have to like do more than the one thing you want to do. You want to do camera, well, you're going to have to know how to do the lights. You're going to have to know how to do the sound.
Yeah.
You have to know how to be in front of the camera, because most likely someone ain't going to hold the camera for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's other pockets you got to pick up.
Yeah.
And they tell you, okay, this is the one thing they tell you in college. Don't try to do all those things. You need to be able to just do the one thing. But when you get older, you learn, okay, I'm going to need to do these other things if I want to do what I love. You know what I mean? Because then you'll gravitate people who just want to help take some of the load away. And then you'll be able to do the one thing. But you're going to start out doing all those things. You feel me? Or you're going to have an industry job where you feel lifeless and
abused.
Like,
squeeze that motherfucker lemon, nigga. Squeeze.
And you saying, well, I worked at Fox though.
Yeah.
But you ain't
happy.
No.
You know?
What, you got anything to say about that?
No, he explained it perfectly.
What I gotta say about that is it's definitely, so my father, he always told me, not like, you know what I'm saying, that sounds crazy, like he's just whispering in my ear type shit, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like this. But he always said that, know how to do everything so then they can't run game on you when you don't have to do it no more. So let's say he was able to just be a director. And he knew nothing about the lights, he knew nothing about this, he knew nothing about none of that. And then them people, them experts come speaking. And you not knowing they speaking nonsense, leading you astray. But say if you was able to do that you could identify nonsense.
Yeah.
I learned that from there, and that like made me do everything with the lights. I was kind of forced in a position, but I also like recognized the value of that positioning too, though. And I also learned there's another way to go about it. If you still don't want to do it all, know people who are trusted individuals in that field, so you can call them up real quick and they can verify what that person is saying. That'd be the only workaround.
That's true. Yeah.
That'd be the only workaround.
That's the only workaround.
Yeah, that's the only workaround.
I had no shame.
Fact check and pull up AI.
Yeah, that too. Nowadays.
That wasn't there.
Yeah. It's say if you don't even know the questions to ask.
Yeah.
Say somebody wanted to redo this whole flooring right here. I don't know nothing. I don't even. I wouldn't even know what questions to ask that person besides like think the price is right. So it's like things of that nature. But this is why you always want to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like what he said, you always want to be get to know, be curious.
Yeah.
Keep that curiosity going. You got anything to say? I want you to talk about your college experience, Direction. If you had to throw an adjective on it. And first I want to hear how many years you went.
I went for a year and a half.
Okay.
COVID hit.
Okay.
And once COVID hit, I got up out of there.
Okay.
But
COVID.
not COVID. College, oh my goodness. It was cool. I had a girlfriend in college.
Mm-hmm. So the adjective cool?
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
But I had to work, so I had to make money. So I was working, going to school. It was that's all it was. Work, school, girlfriend, dog. That's what it was. That's all it was, bro. It was cool though. I had fun. I went and did things on the weekends. I would never went to any parties, but there were parties.
Now let me ask you this: did you truly love your major?
No, I didn't even get to really step full foot into my major.
Did you? Did college?
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand it.
Yeah. Did you Did college expand your mind? In the sense of what's in the world.
Yeah.
In what ways?
It just taught me that there's a lot of opportunity out there. A whole lot.
Like studying abroad. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go
that I didn't know before I went. And then I was too nervous though. But they said you could pay $700 rent and you can go to Japan for 6 months.
For per month? Or that's the whole time? 700, that's it? Or is it 700?
No, like per month. Like like the whole but like
6
your
months.
situation at the school.
So 7 plus 6, 7 times 6.
Right. So your situation at the school is $1,250.
Yeah.
A month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was spending 15.
Okay, yeah. There we go. Or something like that.
Yeah, I was spending 15.
So just imagine you get 7. So
it's a way difference. It's
half, and you get to see a whole different side of the world.
Yeah.
You can't just do that.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say that exploration is a lot easier when you're in school. You could still explore without going to school, but it is way cheaper through an institution because they cover a lot of the things you ain't thinking about. Like, that's a lot into traveling that people do not know. And
you be traveling?
Not like out of the country, but yeah, I do. I travel a little bit.
Okay. What's some shit?
Cruises, I'm a cruise expert.
He said I'm a cruise
I've been on like 15.
What's some little tips?
Always know. You gotta always know what's it called? Where the food spots that you're familiar with. You want to know what's the closest thing to what you're familiar with. Like, I get you want to try new stuff, but you gotta know your safeties. Like, for me, I gotta know where I can get some water. Like, package of water. I don't want to break all my money and bread off of getting some chips and drink. You feel me? I need to have something at where I'm staying at all times. And then being okay with asking the locals, what would you recommend? Just to pick people's brains. Just to see, okay, what if you don't have as much money? You want to know, just get familiar with your area. Don't go in blind. I now pick like 7 to 10 ideas before I go out to wherever I'm traveling to.
Damn.
What's that mean? What's that mean? 7 to 10 ideas.
So like if I'm going to Florida, I'm looking up 7 to 10 things to do in Florida beforehand. We don't have to do any of them.
Yeah.
But once you ask, so what you want to do next? I got the list. We can pick one. It's like a loose list. It's not a tight, we must do this, and that. Maybe there's one. Maybe I want to see like, I don't know, the alligators, or I want to go to Orlando, or like the South Beach. South Beach is amazing. But like always, you don't want to maximize your time at wherever you're at. You never want to be what to do now. Like you should have done that before.
Yeah.
Now your money. You know what I mean? So, but I don't like to spoil myself. Like I don't want to know too much. Just that's why I call it a loose list. So that wherever I'm at, like if I went to Japan right now, I got a loose list of places I want to go. And then if something else comes up, you should check out this thrift spot. It's one of the best. Okay, let's check it out.
Yeah.
No, I ain't travel like that.
Carnival Cruise. I recommend Carnival Cruise. There you go. That's a good start. Terrell did it.
Oh, for real?
Terrell did it. Yeah, he'll tell you. Carnival Cruise is the safest way.
That's the one they didn't want to go on. Yeah.
It's safe. It's the safest because you ain't got to worry about food. You ain't got to worry about where you're staying at. And all you got to worry about is picking the excursion you want to do.
Oh, the ghetto?
Nah, it ain't ghetto. Who told you it's ghetto?
That's what I heard.
That's what he
That's
said.
what I heard.
That's what he said.
I
said we gotta try it ourselves.
Which one?
The one out there in Miami.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because it's just like it's
in Miami.
it's so many black people, and it's like. If you from here, it is a culture shock.
I tell everybody that all the time when I went to Oakland.
I ain't never seen so many black people and so few white people.
Yeah, that was a culture shock. I'm glad somebody said that. I'm glad I'm not the Oliver Patterson thinking like that.
Yo, what the heck?
Yeah.
So many people with your hairstyle.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's a real cult. Like I really had a culture shock when I went there.
I never had that feeling before.
Nah, it was like all black people. Like I didn't know how to act.
I was like,
like family parties wasn't like that. Like,
right, we didn't have. I told you I didn't have family parties like that when I grew up.
I had big family reunions. My family,
like once I hit
hundreds of people.
Once I hit like middle school, it was over with. The family parties was over with. It was just whoever was in his house was birthday. You'll link up.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? So I never had that.
But it's fun though. Their food is fire.
Was that the only time you had that culture shock, or did you?
Nah, because I did Black Student Union, so I've seen black people at colleges. I've went to Oakland black events, San Francisco black events. So I've always.
When was the first one you had?
It was I was. When did that documentary come out? The 13th. It's a documentary on the prison system, how it targets black people.
Yeah, I seen that.
And we went to
because it breaks them down, make them basically like a slave type thing.
Yeah, it breaks it like every 4 people is one. It considered one person. That was like the mentality in the prison system.
Damn.
I had to be 15, 14, and I went to our Oakland one. It was an artist one. It was like a books and art, black art thing, and that's where I first saw a black writer creating a book, and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is. I didn't know we could do that. I didn't know we was able to have those kind of skills.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be basketball players?
That's a real
football
thing.
players.
That's crazy.
That's a real thing.
Baseball. That's what I thought we was.
What you guys say about that?
That's insane to me.
What you mean?
What he just said from right there, you made it seem like it was like 1950s.
No, because like our representation in our school.
Nah.
We did not.
That is something that.
Who was they representing us outside of basketball?
It's not even
football?
just school. Yeah, it's just even growing up. It's just what you see: basketball, football. You see sports all the time.
So you didn't have that.
Nah, I mean, that wasn't just one of my. Like I said, when I was younger, I wanted to be a soldier, man. I wanted to be a soldier. I was weirdo, but like sports, like that's something that was like very prevalent in my household as well. It's just something I guess I just didn't join the group until later.
I'm just saying, every Black History Month at our school, I didn't feel it.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hell no. Hell no.
I never felt
I didn't even know it was Black History Month.
Black appreciation every time it hit Black History Month.
And what's crazy is, when did you start having them thoughts?
High school, for sure, high school. Middle school, my mom would take me to her school because she was a teacher as well. And they always did Black History events. So I was like, oh, okay, so it's going to be like this in high school. And then when I saw how, like, how quiet it is in February, but then when it comes to like a Hispanic Heritage Month of sorts,
they got it.
you hearing it in the announcement. You're hearing it from people. You're seeing, and there's nothing.
Nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm jealous.
Like, where are my people at making these efforts? You know, where are my people at trying to remind us that we can also be good?
You know what's crazy? I kind of feel like that's kind of a West Coast thing. Because we don't be tapped into our culture like that. Like, we don't even know what type of
out here.
Because L.A.,
and
Oakland too. Oakland especially, But
that's
like
the Black Panther.
Yeah, but I'm saying like people don't even know like what type of
my auntie. I always see my
like
auntie. She put my cousins, her grandsons, in them type of cultures. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't oblivious to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I knew they was out there. You just had to find them.
Yeah.
They out there. You just got to find them.
Yeah, then it wasn't popular.
Yeah.
It's not popular in school to represent black people like that.
No.
You gotta know you.
Especially out here. So
out here,
I had a different. So going all the way back from the start, like the representation of black people growing up. Like I really like when I look back on my youth, I just felt like a blind. Like I was just moving through like blind. Like, I didn't think about none of that. All I thought about was football. I ain't look up at anybody. All I did was football, play video games. That's like literally all my mind consumed. Like, football, play video games. Like I never like thought outside of that. Like I never had a thought of, am I gonna be this? Am I gonna be like, could we do this? Could we? Like I never had them type. I never like thought outside of football and video games. And going through life, I never really had a thought of I never thought like blacks. Like where's my heritage? Like I never had that thought.
I was listening to J. Cole like crazy though. J. Cole always bring up a police killing an innocent black person. So like, I was a huge J. Cole fan, and he would always talk about these issues. And you know the bars would be fire, but then I'd ask Mom, "What is he talking about?" He says, "Oh, this police officer killed this person." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah. I guess I grew up around it a lot. I knew about all of this stuff that was happening. Like I always have knew. Because I guess I grew up like very cultured. Like I was very aware of the culture when I was growing up. My mind wasn't just sports and video games. So, mine was a lot of video games, but like I guess just growing up around my big old family and then all my people is black. I hear about everything, so I know about all types of black culture.
So mine grew up. It wasn't my parents never instilled me with anything. In the sense of they never really sat down and told me do this. And the only thing they sat me down was football. I swear to God, football. Crazy. Until like 8th grade, I started doing the videography. And even then, they ain't sit me down. They just like help out. And then I took it on my own lens and just started going crazy with it. Like remember when I was doing the magic tricks? That was all me. Yeah. I did dancing. That was all me. Yeah. I didn't last long, but I did this little dance. I did the little Michael Jackson. I used to do the Michael Jackson lean.
Yeah.
I don't think you remember, but
I remember.
I did the Michael Jackson lean, and then I did the website coding and then videography. But that was all me. Like I didn't really my parents never really sat me down and instilled in me just really kind of coach. They never really I would say coached me in life.
I was getting coached every day.
Yeah, no.
I had to watch my lips.
You
watch Roots?
I ain't have none of that.
I had to watch all the Spike Lee films.
No, I ain't seen that's why I said all the black movies and stuff. It wasn't that type of culture in my house.
Everything black.
Roots is crazy.
But video games were my escapism.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But then I would get mad because my favorite kind of games were Japanese games, right? But in Japanese culture, they like to take a crack at black people, and
they always do.
Oh, they do was dirty.
Oh, really?
They're better now, but when back then they used to make our lips pink or purposely make us look crazy. Give us the cornrows so uneven.
You're pretty much Mr. Popo.
Yeah, bro. It was like a Mr. Popo experience, and I just said, how could you see one of us and think that? You feel me? That's like if I took a crack at them and did some stuff with their eyes, that'd be racist as heck.
Yeah.
That's the level of offense I took.
Yeah.
But that like stirred the fire of like,
and I ain't have none of that.
I didn't have that fire.
I ain't have none of that. I ain't even looked
I
that
didn't
deep.
think of
I
it
ain't even
like
looked
that.
that deep.
I never thought of it like
I never
that.
looked that deep.
I'm huge on character creation, so I'm playing
that's
these
fair.
games
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, oh, let me get my hairstyle.
Yeah.
And they give me
never-
an afro.
I always see, I see.
Buzz cut.
Yeah.
You got 3 cuts.
You got
You got
three
three.
cuts.
That's real life. I never really looked that deep into. I just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to pick these other ones.
Yeah, look like Kirito or something, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he looking like.
No, that's real life though.
I always thought, why can't I look like them?
Yeah.
That's what I always used to say, but I didn't have the talent to draw. I didn't at the time. I didn't have the talent to make those things. But it used to always bother me. So it bothered me so much. I would make commissions on Fiverr. I'd get an artist to make a version that looked like me,
Oh yeah.
and then that would be my T-shirt. But then I was like, dang, I wish I could do it, because then this is like a lot of money I'm paying. Respect to the artist, but they don't got the same ambition as me. You know, I'm playing Persona. I'm playing these games where the Japanese culture, they make themselves look cool.
Hella cool.
But with us, like we don't got nothing. And then when we do, it's very selective. It's
It's crazy. Yeah. Every time they like, it's our culture is ghetto. Look at GTA. They all the gang members is black people. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like we can't ever be.
What's another game with black people? The Warriors. It's gangs.
Oh, what's the Def Jam?
Def
Street
Jam.
wrestling.
Yeah, we fighting.
With DMX.
Yeah, got all the damn
The
rappers.
street NFL. I love that street.
NFL
football.
Street.
NFL Street.
And it's crazy because we are so much more than that. They don't ever show that.
Yeah, they don't show the other side. That's all I'm saying.
They don't only show the rappers, the chain. They don't show the intellects.
No.
They don't show like the people who brought us here and things of that nature.
Not anymore. Back then when I was growing up, I say in school, I learned a lot about like, I guess.
I didn't learn shit.
I guess I did. I guess
Shit.
I did. I don't know.
I didn't learn shit.
I didn't grow up out here in elementary and all
I
that.
didn't
though.
learn shit.
That's
bro.
I had to be quiet.
You had to be quiet.
I had to be quiet to fit in. Like saying this kind of stuff back then was not cool at all.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I ain't even had these type of conversations.
Like these hair, look at
Really?
what's around us. Like we talking about like these different black struggles. All they care about is saying the N word.
Yeah.
And can I say the N word in front of you? And
Yeah.
like that's as far as it goes. But when someone gets killed, then they're quiet. Then it's about their culture. They don't care about us anymore. They like our culture when it's convenient. And I got tired. I got tired of that.
That's crazy. You said that they like our culture because it's when it's convenient.
When it's convenient, but when it's actually time for something that's like affecting us, oh, they quiet. Yeah. Oh, they on vacation. Like they're nowhere to be found. And I'm not saying it's their obligation, but like I'm more irritated that there ain't a representation of my people.
And you know what's crazy about that is, I'm not saying this, but it's because we don't really hold people accountable.
Yep, because we're trying
for
to fit
taking
in.
it.
Yeah,
For
we're trying
taking
to
it.
fit in.
For taking it.
We're trying to fit in, and so.
And we also don't even like go that hard for our own people though.
No, we don't. Yeah, that's the other.
That's
half.
what I meant. That's what I meant. But like accountable,
Yeah.
like there ain't no unity.
Yeah.
We are our biggest critiques of our own people.
Yeah, exactly.
Black people on other black people are the
We was
most
just talking about it.
critical.
We was just talking about it. The lady, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We will be the first ones to find the flaws in whatever it is you got going on before we uplift you. And so
And it crazy. Like I was doing my black study, not a little black study like that. I was listening in on Black history because I've been real curious about it. I've always been curious on it. And I was just listening to Marcus Garvey recently. I listened to Booker T. Washington's autobiography. And I was just listening at how, and I was listening to W.E.B. or W.E.D.
Du Bois.
Yeah, Du Bois.
Yeah.
I was listening to him talk. And it was just crazy how we went from that to what we is now. How we went from every Negro wanting to learn to not even wanting to crack a book and rather just shoot at a young age.
yeah.
Like they used to literally give their all to send their kids to school during the Booker T. Washington. This is the 1870s.
Yeah. No.
Then you got Marcus Garvey talking to the black culture, empowering us. I remember he said this right here. He said, Jesus is black. Our God is black because God is within us. And if God is within us, then he's representative of us. So he is us. So he must be black. Let their God be white. And he was talking on that. And then the mindset he was getting, the power he was putting into them, and the unity we had at that point was insane. It's just to see the drop off, and I see that the tragedies though. You can't even look at it like it's terrible because we've been enslaved for 250 years when it was the 1800s. So we're kind of catching up now, some freedom, and I still say like we still getting it right, like. You know what I'm saying? That type of sense. I know you did more studies on like I'm just very fresh on it and listening to it. But
no, you're good. It's the best part is willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some people won't even be willing to learn. It don't matter how much I know. I'm glad you even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather you start.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even know about that. Like imagine you don't even know about that. You don't even know the struggles a slave had back in the day.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not getting pushed into our community nowadays though.
It's not
now we like, not us, but people are hyping up. You know, kids with chains and guns. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's crazy is my little nephew got a gold grill for his birthday.
That's what I'm saying.
I swear to God, he got gold grills. He got gold grills for his birthday.
Ask him if you know who Martin Luther King is. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like they wouldn't know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
At that comic book thing I went to, bruh, someone said, "Oh, Martin Luther King was a president."
Oh my God!
Like, come on. I was like, "Come on now, what are we teaching these
How
kids?"
How old was they?
They was like 13, 14.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
And you know what's crazy though too? It's like
it's crazy, man. What are we doing?
I say that the what happened is the adults failed the generation above. Like you say how I said I didn't have no instilling of the Black history in me. Yeah. That can't happen.
No.
Right.
That literally cannot happen. Like I graduated high school. I didn't know nothing about nothing besides what they said. I didn't know nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like literally, like I'm not even joking. Like that,
they
ain't put no type of.
You studied to know what you know now.
Yeah, I had to learn all this on my own. Like I read the books, I did all that. Like they ain't put nothing in me. It was no teach. Like I seen my dad read the little history stuff, but
yeah, I got more obsessed on the fantasy side. Like I got obsessed with like nothing wrong with Spider-Man, nothing wrong with Hulk, nothing wrong with any of these guys, but like. My people's heroes are either side characters or never get nothing adaptation. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I was like, I used to pray. I said, man, if I ever get in a space where I can create, it's going to be people of color because I know there's people that want to see people that look like them in like these fantasy settings having relatability things just like Peter Parker, but just look like them. It's not to say we don't care about your color and your kind, but when your superheroes, the people who wrote them, had the opportunity to write us, they either A, didn't, or B, they made them an alien and said, no, they got to be white though. They got to look like us. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But when it's my turn, give us a fair chance to do the exact same.
Yeah. And that's what we losing. We don't have no fair chance. You got to take that. Oh, there ain't no fair chance. You're going to get it on your own. If you look, just look at this like it's really fresh in my head. Booker T. Washington, he said when it was a slave, they thought he was going to fail.
Yeah.
How he going to fail this time?
Yeah.
How there's no chance of success. So even thinking like a fair chance, we're never gonna get that. Cause back then they was thinking how we gonna fail. Mm-hmm. Like we gotta really get back to but we just gotta understand that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The odds have always been stacked, and we always have made progress.
You know how many people have told me, because I make comic books. You know how many people ask why are they all black? I always say like, well, when you read a Spider-Man comic, how many black people are in the Spider-Man comic? Yeah. Oh. Well, he's Peter Parker. Yeah, you're just fixated by the story. Mm-hmm. I would just want people to be fixated by the story. I hope the color doesn't bother you. Mm-hmm. It's just convenient that they're black, but the story is still the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I want to normalize black people being the main character and having relatable stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? That those two things can be one conjunction.
Now, what you gotta say?
I wasn't gonna say too much about it. There's no other. I haven't seen a single show where it's just predominantly black people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I seen one. I seen a movie, but they was killing each other.
You just made it worse, man. What? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It was killing each other.
RDC dropped the anime, right? Yep. All black is them, I guess. It's all black people. I haven't watched it, but
no, this is real. It's a real thing, and it goes back to show to the. Like I'm quoting him again. We didn't really have like when the slaves was free. He said he didn't even know who his grandma was. Mm. So our ties, you know what I'm saying, ain't there.
Yeah. That's why I'm like obsessed with any art I make.
I wanted to say this. Then how do you feel about because I remember this is Marcus Garvey now, or this is I think this is Marcus Garvey. He said, how are the people in power with it satisfied seeing they other people struggling in the slums?
Oh yeah, to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some Tupac stuff.
Yeah, it was Tupac stuff, but
Tupac
was saying everybody.
Yeah.
No, he called out Michael Jordan, Eddie Murphy, Charles Barkley, and he was saying, you guys like got popular off of us. We were coming to your games when no one else was coming.
Yeah.
So Jordan, we're struggling now, and I don't see the Michael Jordan Foundation donations. I don't see the Eddie Murphy Foundation donations. But when you was coming up, we was the first ones to your shows. So why don't you?
The thing is, like, look who's wearing Michael Jordan shoes. Look, it's all black people. Why you ain't giving back to, you know what I'm saying, his community? It's crazy.
I mean, he made it. Don't put. And what's crazy, I was thinking about the culture. You know how the culture is. They want to give a handout, but then don't help say the handout out loud.
Yeah.
So let's say there is people of our color doing them handouts, but because they not saying it, we ain't noticed. So we talking like how we talking.
Yeah, it's not being said out loud.
That Nick Cannon may be donating $500,000 a year.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
But ain't nobody saying it. So now they got us talking like how we talking. You gonna say?
Oh yeah, no. I was just touching the thing. My bad.
Oh, I thought you was trying to say.
Oh, you're good.
But you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, because I'm not in that position yet, but I will be. You know what I'm saying? And when I do, I want to change that narrative. I want it to be. I'm gonna scream what I'm doing because I know that nobody's seeing it.
But there are some people though, like Shaq. Shaq is always a well-known person that gives back.
And look what they did to his shoes.
They do their shoes.
What you think is only we wear Shaqs to school? What do you think?
Hey, but
the Shaq noses were nice, but that was under contract. The Shaq noses, no. Those was hard.
Yeah, the Reeboks.
Those was under contract though.
Reeboks, right?
Yeah, that's when he was still under
Shaq noses. Yeah,
when
the black and white.
When he went, it's over, bro.
Yeah, it was over. But he was getting shoes to the people that was poor that couldn't afford the good shoes. You feel me? I think I've worn Shaqs before. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And look how they. Them motherfuckers shitted on him.
Yeah, get clowned on, but he was important to the people that couldn't afford.
Yeah, no, he was.
Yeah,
and then
they
not grateful of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's why people bully people over.
No, that's real. And even the people like you know what I'm saying, they're not grateful of the handout that's given either.
Yeah.
And
no, that's real talk.
It's normalizing that, and the media controls what is being shown out, but I can't sit here and say all the celebrities of color are making the conscious effort. Like I don't like Tyler Perry. Unfortunately, I had to call him out, but he calls out the insurances for not paying, helping the LA people who were affected by the LA fires. Right? Tyler Perry, you're a billionaire.
You are a billionaire.
You can at least help the black-owned businesses that have been running for 50+ years that have now been burned down, and they're not going to get help from the insurances. Therefore, they will get gentrified. But if you make a donation like that, you see what I'm saying? Like,
now, the only thing I hear about that is the difference between that, what you saying, and what they had to go through, like when Booker T. Washington was learning education, was the gratefulness.
Yeah.
You expecting that. They're not earning that. They're not earning the donation. They just expect the donation because they skin color. So what I'm saying is you could do it with strings too. Like how it's basically what BC was saying. When you give a helping hand, you add the strings attached to help them too.
Okay, if I help you, then
you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good gesture, but I know a lot of people will be ungrateful for that. I know a lot of people would take advantage of it. I know a lot of people would.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's true.
Because that's what I see with, because every slave or free slave that was and wanted to learn, they had to earn that, had to scrub the floor 5 times. So he was proud of that, of the opportunity. Yeah. People just expect it because you got the money, help me out.
That's very true. That is very.
So then they're taking it for granted. So why, if you taking it for granted, why am I even gonna do it?
I feel you. But like to call out someone else doesn't solve anything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I'm saying Tyler Perry called out someone else.
I'm just saying.
No,
yeah.
No, I agree though. No, that's very true. Because that's what happened with Nipsey Hussle in his situation. When you go back to help in person. Stuff like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they killed him.
So like you can understand from their point of view why they don't physically go back. And so, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
So it's very complex where we at in life. And you know it's crazy. It's life. It's fun. It's humor. It doesn't hurt to make the change and make the effort and cry and learn because they say success is not determined on where you at, but the obstacles you have overcome. Yeah, and that's motherfucking Booker T. Washington right there.
Yeah, this man got Booker T. Washington.
I listened to it.
I just listened to it in your brain.
I just listened to it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but
I just listened to it this morning. I just listened to it.
You was telling me.
I did. That shit blew my mind. I was like, I can never complain.
Yeah.
Because of the motherfucker. He said, as a kid growing up. Yeah, nah, for real, bro. That motherfucker was a demon. He grew up. He said, as a kid, imagine this. As a kid, not having no free time. That nigga said, as soon as he woke up, working. He said, to eat, he never remembered eating at a table together. He had a little chicken there, a little bread here, cornbread.
Yeah, it's rough.
That shit real life.
Now we have like too much free time in different avenues in different ways, and we have enough time to compare ourselves on the phone to the version we are to someone we see on the screen.
Yeah,
we got so much free time we killing each other.
That is true. So much free time.
Yeah, like what the hell you got? Like them dudes ain't rich, 100,000 up. They robbing others, so they ain't get it like that.
Yeah,
they bandits, and then they not even unified bandits. The bandits is killing the bandits.
Yeah,
and then that shit crazy.
It's just a cold world.
It's a cycle.
It's just a cold world.
Bandits kill the bandits, so then they get to put it on the news, and then there's the black faces, and then the cops come in and clean the day, so then they push the blue lives up, so then it makes it okay for them to move how they move. So it's a cycle.
Deep.
It's a very tough cycle, but it's okay. It's life, you know what I'm saying? I want to see where we progress to. I'm gonna for sure do what I can to push it through. But he said, going back to, we're still on the first topic, so this is but we did. It was crazy. I didn't even have my infatuation recently with Black history. I had it written down, but I didn't have it for today. I was like, I don't want to get into it because I know I can go real deep right now. I didn't want to go just went to that.
I had a minor in Africana studies, boy.
Yeah, it turned into.
Yeah, I knew I could do it with you.
I could do it with you.
I did, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to. Yeah. So I knew how deep I could get into it right there. Yeah. And we went completely, you know what I'm saying?
That's what happened.
This the third stop. That's the third 30 minutes.
Nah, we going crazy right now.
Yeah, and that was the first. So basically, whooping back to the first topic.
Cat Williams interview.
We have an 8-hour damn podcast.
So we was talking about the experience of going to college for videography. He said it was a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, marathon.
You said your experience on college was
cool. Yeah, it was cool.
My experience on college was very enlightening. It taught me the world.
Cool.
All right, so
that's all you had to say about it.
That's all you had to say. We gotta get to the next topic.
Yeah, we do gotta get to the. Yeah, I would love to hear.
What you mean by that?
We start going crazy about college.
Okay, so now I want to talk about we getting more artistic with it and the power of being creative. So I want to ask just the topic right here: the power that being a director or being into art gives you. And I want to start. Yeah, you've been starting off. Let me start. So for me, it gives me being a director or just creative. It has empowered my life immensely because it has shown me my ideas could come to light. It has shown me I have control of my life. I can make my own script. I feel like being a director and being somebody in the art field has empowered me immensely. And it's not just being in it, but being in the field and actually putting in the work. Like I didn't start here, though. Like I started, like remember I said, I grew up football, video games. That's it. Mm-hmm. So art came like completely out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Just an infatuation with it. And it came to me so natural. But that, like, it showed me I could have ideas paired with the hard work. Because I know a lot of artists get stuck in their own world. Mm-hmm. Because I played the football so much and got the hard work in the field. I couldn't get stuck in on work because I've been a hard worker for so long. So every time I come with an idea, I'm always jumping on it. And I think being a director into art has taken that to another level because now I believe I could bring anything to life. And that's how it helped me. And that's the power it gave me, being able to, I know I could script my own life how I want it to be. Like you say, you're destined to become who you decide to be. What you think?
What do I think about art?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I was never into art at all. Like at all. Only type of art I was into was music. I love music to death. Like, music is like one thing I could just I can listen to music all day. I love music. But just recently actually I painted. I really want to get into art. It's really peaceful, and that just for that, just as a side hobby, nothing, no type of cinema, nothing like that. And then also, the graphic designing was cool. It was just real hard to get into. I would have to get a laptop to really get into that.
I forgot about you did that.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I was getting into it a little bit. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
let me know. I know the YouTube tutorials, man.
No, I'm not even ready for that yet. But I'm gonna start with painting. I want to get into painting real bad.
And he said the peace it bring. That's the power art gave him.
Some Bob Ross type stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, for the directing side, it definitely helped me overcome the challenge of taking on my ideas, because I went to school editing. I was an editing guy. Like, no one liked editing. So I used to be known as, okay, we'll fix it in post. Like, whatever you don't get, I'll fix it. But then, like, someone would talk with me and says, you don't talk like an editor. You sound like you could direct. Like, you could hold a team together. And then when COVID hit, I had to become a director. Like, I had to when I did Quarantine Guy season 2, I had to deal with people. That was the first time I've ever directed with people, and it you feel like a superhero having to keep everybody calm because, like, this is your vision, and these guys have come for free to work on your vision. So even if stuff like hits the fan and the fire is going up, you gotta stay composed and you gotta hold it together. So, like, on that side, that was always a cool feeling, overcoming that. And now, like, I'm more confident, I'm more curious and trying new stuff. And because I always have that as my backbone. I said, I made a film in quarantine. What can I do?
Yeah.
Like, that's the mindset I have now. Like, I don't fear anything because I've done it in the worst conditions. So there's nothing that can top that.
Okay, so what made you hop into, like, the graphic design and things like
but
that?
Before I say that, before you answer that, the power it gave him was to conquer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could do anything.
Yeah. What made you get into graphic designing?
It's a movie called Across the Spider-Verse with the Black Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I saw just the themes they were playing with how the mom was believing in themselves. Like, believing in the Miles to go after what it is you want to go after, and just the style they went, which is like representing him. And there was a guy in there. It was Spider-Punk, and he had like a dreaded afro, and he looked cool as heck. Yeah. I don't know why that was the movie, but after that, I said, man, let's do it. Like, I had like 25 YouTube tutorials. And I was ready to go. Like, I was like, okay, I need to know how to make black hair. Yeah. And that kicked my butt for like 3 months straight trying to get, because I wanted black hair. I didn't want, because like
the white black hair. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like, I wanted different ways of making black hair, because we see it every day. I was like, people need to know we got some cool hairstyles if someone just took the time. So that did it. That movie and Oppenheimer. Very strange. If you've seen Oppenheimer,
I haven't even watched it, but
Oppenheimer is a very
that nuclear shit, right?
Yeah, the main guy, Oppenheimer, just his curiosity with trying to make the bomb and his routes to getting the people together and, like, the information to make it possible. That was how I saw learning graphic design, because it's so far from what I went to school for. But I was like, I don't know why, but I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I ain't gonna
That's
tell.
crazy.
I don't know why. I just had this feeling.
That's crazy.
I'm about to put a whole 5 to 6 months, and if we ain't got nothing interesting, I'll stop.
That's crazy.
But at month 2, people were like, yo, could you do a music video for me? Now, I don't do commissions, but I always take it as a compliment that I have something good enough that you would want to commission it. That tells me I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
Am I ready? No, not yet. But I'm glad. I'm going to keep going. And then it started just picking up.
So I got something in that I want to say, but Derecho, I want you to comment on that. You know what I'm saying? Did you have anything to comment on that?
No. Oh, no. That was a great movie. Movie. That's all I got to say. I haven't watched Oppenheimer, but I watched you got some great graphics.
So what I want to point out is the mindset he had, like, is completely contrasting with mine. I don't know why. Like I said, my life wasn't really instilled with a lot of guidance in that sense, I guess you could say. So he said, I want to do graphic design, but it's so far over there, like, but I feel like I could really do it. And it's crazy to me, like, this dude sitting right next to me, he could attest to how my mind be moving. Remember we was at Buffalo Wild Wings and we seen poker, and what did I do? I said I want to play poker, and I played the fuck out of poker. Like, it's like, no, like, for me, where he said that, there's never any, like, I never doubt anything I can do. If I see I like, I do. Like, there's no, like, what do I need to do it? There's no, well, what's the requirements? Am I even suitable for it? I just do it. This podcast, nigga, fuck it, do it. I ain't asked no questions. I could do it. When I did the magic, just did it. When I did the dance, just did it. Everything, like, for me was just did. And it's like crazy hearing that, like, he had that you know what I'm saying, that reaction to that thought. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all the way over there. Like, I always oh shit, let me try that, let me do it. And if I did it and I didn't like the word or certain things I did, I tried the little hacking. I ain't gonna lie, I tried the hacking, I tried to crack webs, I tried to crack programs. I ain't have money at the time, you teenager, middle school, so I tried to crack little programs. And either I didn't have the right, the guidance, knowledge, or patience, but I had to scrap that whole thing and I switched to making websites. But like I said, I always just did it. I don't know, there's something in me that just do things. I guess that's like my ADHD.
I used to be like that, but then when I went to school in LA, I learned of an underlying enemy that has a downside of being in LA is people's opinions are a lot louder, and they'll tell you an opinion about what you got going on, whether you want to hear it or not. Like, I learned I had to stop telling people what I had going on, because they always felt to give me their 2 cents or their experience failing as the answer to, like, if I'm known as an editing guy, I'm talking about, I'm writing this script, this screenplay. Why? You're one of our best editors, man. You should stick to that. So, like, that was the constant ear. That was the constant voice I kept hearing throughout my college experience. So when seeing that movie, it was a huge leap. Even my own grandparents and my parents, my mom always supported me, always. My mom and dad always. But everyone outside of them was like, "You sure?" Because that's the normal culture of LA, is you got to fit into what you've been rooted into. When you're trying something new, you better be able to back it up. Can you do it? Are you sure? They're gonna hit you with that every time. It didn't matter who the friend was. They're gonna give you the safety plan just in case it fails. So, like, when I kept hearing that, I grew accustomed to it. And then when I saw that movie, it was about breaking that custom and just going after it anyway. Just do it. What the heck? What's the worst that's gonna happen? And then that's when I started developing what you're saying now. Like, I'm much stronger now. Like, I don't doubt much what I can do now, because I'm not in it anymore. But I was definitely in it. Especially I was younger. You know, I was 18, 19, getting told
a little less confident.
Yeah, way less.
You got anything to say about that mindset? Any comments?
No comments.
Let me ask you a question about it. Is that in you?
What, the feeling of, like, not, like, feel I can't do it? Oh no, I've always felt like.
No.
I'll tell you
the
what.
feeling you can and doing it, like how he said he can and did it. Yeah, talk about it.
I don't know. I just feel like I can do anything, bro. That's just something I've just always.
No, I'm saying that, but have you had a thing that you seen that, like, let's say I was like, but how you see me do the poker?
Yeah.
How you see, like, I'm talking like that, like how he did the graphic design and he did it.
Not recently. Recently, or
like in just your whole life.
My whole life. Oh yeah, sports. I got into sports late. All sports that I played late. I got all into after 7th grade. So I guess, like, that's.
And that was 100% you, no backing.
I mean, my dad. Or no, yeah. Somebody was like, "Hey, you trying to play football?" I was like, "Yeah, let me hop in football."
Yeah,
the
so
same thing for basketball.
You do got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, does it still pop up in your life now?
Yeah. Like I said, I want to get into painting. I painted one thing. I'll show you a picture. I don't have a picture of it on me right now. but I painted one thing. I want to get into painting. I want to get better at it.
So, when you get to my level of doing that for a long time, right? You get to my level.
I seen your paintings.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. So he instantly go to roasting. I mean, yeah, they're amazing. My paintings are amazing, actually. Yeah, he's seen my paintings.
Post them. Put them in the video.
Yeah, no, he's seen my paintings. They're amazing. What I'm saying is, when you have been doing that for so long, you get a track record.
Yeah. So
there's pros and cons of this. The con is you could do this type of mindset and not complete anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was when I was in middle school. That's what I was when I was in high school. I'm do this, then I do it for about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And don't accomplish what I said I was gonna start, and I'll go to the next.
I think that has just happens. That happens with everybody, though.
But that's not a good thing.
No, it's not at all.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm pointing out. Like, you could do that, and then you go to the next level. That's the beginner level. Then you get to the next level. Now you picking and you completing.
Yeah.
Then you picking and you completing. Then you get to the third level. You picking and you have so many at once.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, how am I gonna juggle all of this? Because you complete everything, right? You hold yourself to the standard where you complete everything, but it's just so much at once. So it's about compartmentalizing and knowing how to do that. But like I said, that's where I'm at with it. That's the point of my life. I have so much going on. Like, I had to stop the poker.
No, I get you.
Because I had so much other stuff going on. I had the business, I had this, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that level, it's a whole other game. And I need advice on how people deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give y'all the advice on that.
Yeah, I don't got any advice for
that stuff is like, I treat it, it's like a tornado of like ideas, and like, I'll get so overwhelmed I won't move.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Nothing gets done.
That's a real thing.
But then I just gotta remind myself, just get one.
Yeah.
Give me one. Get one done. Celebrate that one. Get the next one. Get the next one. Look back at the 3 you did. Realize you can do those 3. I bet you could do a 4th one. And you start retraining your brain that, hey, let's not look at the whole picture. Let's just get the 1, then the 2.
Yep.
And that's helped.
Yeah, that helps.
That helps, I would say.
And what's crazy, that's a great advice for everybody. Listen to that. Football stopped me from being that. Football stopped me from getting stuck in the thoughts. Now I get so much thoughts, I just write them down. I got a whiteboard full of ideas. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You get to a point where you're that. Like, you got a whiteboard full of ideas, and now you're just balancing your downtime because you're never not busy. Like, I'm never bored because I always got something to do. Yeah. But I stay bored because all them shit I gotta do ain't fun. It ain't pleasurable. It's all boring work. It's all the hard work. I gotta get on this website. I gotta add the reviews. I gotta get over here and make this affiliate link. I gotta get over here and study this. Then I gotta get over here. It's all the boring work now.
Yeah.
So it's that you gotta juggle that too. So it's like it's very. You get to a point that you level up with it. Like I said, you level up with it, and you get to a point where he said you get the idea and you get infatuated. I see a lot of people in the art world. This happened to you, and per se, because I was big in the music videos. They would have all these goddamn songs, or they'll have all these ideas and act on none of them.
None of them.
That's a disease. Stay away from that.
None of
that
them.
is. I'm so. That is a disease. Stay away from that. If they portray, like exhibiting that sign, stay away from that because it will bleed over. And then you'll be, if you're like me, I'm putting into you like, come on, bro, let's get it done. And then you waiting on a phone call that'll never come.
Man, oh my gosh, bro. I've had too many friends. I've tried to motivate them because I'm naturally, if you hang around me long enough, you'll fool around and believe in yourself. That's always been my mindset. You tell me an idea, I never laugh at it because I've been in the shoes of telling people ideas and they've laughed at me. So, like, why would I laugh at something you got going on? I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you 3 to 4 links of what you can start. And if you need help, let me know. But you got to, like, make the moves. I learned you got to make the moves. I don't do all the baby work for them no more. I used to do that. I used to set up the whole game plan for them. And then they wouldn't even do part 1. So then now that I do my own thing, now they want me to do all that. But I can't do that no more. You got to meet me halfway, because now I got I got a volume to write. I got a comic book to write now. Like, now it's a different ball.
He got motion.
You know,
he got motion. He can't afford. You know what I'm saying?
Still want you to eat. You just can't eat at my table.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's real life. And I never had to reach that point, but I seen that point. I was able to always pull myself back. Like I put in, and I also realized the actions. Like, you know what I'm saying, let me back, or I'm hurt myself. So that's very complex right there. You got anything to say there about that?
No, I got nothing to say about that one.
Any questions on it?
No.
So we was talking about the power that being the director or being into art gives you. I said it gave me the ability to generate ideas and act on them and complete them. Derecho said it gave him the peace. Jerome said,
I want to conquer. Like,
yeah.
I like now. I take a lot of negative things, and I'll transfer them into getting work done.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you bailed on me, okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
still make a great product, and we're gonna post it.
Mm-hmm. Bet.
And we'll say, hey, we'll see you at the next one.
Yeah. Bet.
And keep it moving, because I've developed enough.
Bet.
I don't fear. You know what I mean?
Call him Jerome, aka Mr. Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Sorry.
Bet.
You want
okay.
bet.
Okay.
Bet. You know what I'm saying? Bet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to bet. Yeah, that's what we call Mr. Bet.
You funny.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know downhill.
Bet.
Bet. You're straight to it. Call him Mr. Bet.
Yeah.
No,
So,
for real.
Actually, talking about that, I know we kind of spoke on this, but this was a topic I had, and we actually kind of spoke on it already, but I'm going to bring it up. Overcoming difficulties. I want, like, we already talked about, like I said, y'all can just regurgitate it real quick, and if I had any extra questions on it, I will elaborate and make y'all, like, you know what I'm saying?
It related to the art or just in general?
General.
Oh.
Let Derecho go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Like I said, just keeping stuff off your mind. Simple
Okay.
as that. Yeah.
The thoughts never
Try to keep
changed
the past
after.
in the past.
Have your thoughts changed on that after the questions, or you think that's still the best way for you?
Apply a limiter. Simple as that.
You think
Apply a limit.
you think you're able to live life, because that's like I said, it's me. Slow down. Are you going to be able to respect the limiter?
Yeah.
Truthfully honest.
Yeah, I believe so.
If you believe so, I'm playing. I was gonna press him, so this is what I was gonna say, but it was gonna get too drill sergeant on here. If you believe so, set a goal and hit it.
Okay.
That was a drill sergeant type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Paint another thing, Brian.
Like
next
do
week.
10, do 10, then like you know what I'm saying,
It's
a
a
certain
paint
amount,
the painting.
a certain
Paint
amount.
the painting.
That's
I got
all
you.
you. That's all you right
Yeah.
there. That take all your work.
Yeah.
How long did your first painting take?
A couple hours. Like, about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
It
that's
was trash. No, it wasn't that trash. It was okay.
and what
It was okay for a first painting.
what I realized when I started doing things like that, like the helpful things and things that are like productive.
Yeah.
I get lazy. I gotta get the tools. I gotta get the plates. I gotta get the cups, and I gotta sit down, and that stopped me from doing it. I ain't gonna lie, but I know I enjoy it if I did all that.
Yeah.
But just leaving the couch or what I'm doing that's boring and comfortable and not productive,
Yeah.
and getting up and doing that is what stops me from doing it. But if I was to be the drill sergeant right there, I would say do the goal and then accomplish it, because then I'll show you are able to move with the limiter. But you overcoming difficulties.
What did I say? The overcoming difficulties.
You could just make it up now.
Oh, I can make it up now? Okay, overcoming the difficulties of
Just life. That come your way. Yeah. It's coming your
being
way.
confident in my art. Because I have a
Ooh.
comparison problem.
Okay.
I had to turn off the likes on Instagram because I got so fixated that my art wasn't getting the same amount of likes as this person, and they're doing far less work. So like keeping the confidence that my stuff works. Like I've literally went to vending shows and people said, I've never seen anything like this. Keep going. And yet still, when I'm working on my own time, I'll think it's not good at times. So maintaining that confidence, maintaining that affirmation. Because I told you in LA, they program me to, think a certain way.
Yeah.
What if it doesn't work? What's
Yeah.
your plan B? Like that.
Yeah. That's a way that I've always thought though. I've always thought like I guess it's not really a negative way, I guess, but it's kind of like it's not that good, like it's not doing that
I'm
good.
gonna be real with you. That's
Yeah, I guess it's kind of negative, but I guess that kind of pushes you to
But
make
did
it
that
better,
stop
though.
you? But did that stop you? He said it stopped him.
That stopped. You said that stopped you. Stopped him from what?
No, that's things that go in my
no,
head. Yeah,
no, that kept him going. That kept him pushing.
that's the.
No, he said when L.A. when they was telling him to be unsure, like that's why he said he was miserable.
Oh,
That's
That's
my
what I'm
job.
saying.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It stopped him. Did yours stop you from achieving?
No. Mine's the opposite. I'm more like, I don't know. I look at things in a bad way, like expect the worst, but try for the best outcome. I guess you would say.
Yeah, but that, like I'm saying, that ain't stop you though. That just lowered your expected of the result.
Yeah, it was coming from professors, friends, clubs, like different clubs I was in, and I didn't know.
It was literally questioning his ability to do it. Yeah. Yours is just questioning, is it going to be to the level I think?
It was constant. That's why I enjoyed Patterson, because that out here is far less. It's way more quieter. Like I go on walks out here, and it helps ease all that tornado I was talking about with ideas. It helps ease it into one singular. Okay, let's get this done, and then we get it done. Like the 1 year I've been in Patterson, out here has done more work than 4 years in LA, just because of this quiet, the serenity, the quiet, the peacefulness. So
overcoming difficulties though, you never get your.
Overcoming the confidence,
So you said turning off the lights, but I wanted to question that even further because that's very unique to you. Now I want to make it more broad. Where does the comparison stem from? Because of the LA still?
No, because there are some people that live in LA that are from here, from this area, and I've, in my opinion, quote unquote, made it. But
I see it.
But like when they see me, they don't know me anymore. They like kick me to the curb. And I was like, I'm working twice as hard as them, 3 times as hard as them, but I'm not getting the same results as them.
And what did that do to you?
That
makes you work harder.
That made me work harder because I was trying to prove them.
So that wasn't really a difficult thing.
But no. But then it got unhealthy.
Yeah,
because then I was never satisfied with anything I was doing and never appreciating because I was still not getting the numbers they were getting.
That makes sense.
So I had to overcome by turning off these social media.
So you say, so then when you wasn't appreciative, what did that make you do? Besides before you turned off the lights, what was that doing to you?
Oh, it was making me it was like I wouldn't say miserable because I was still getting the job done, but it was like more so on an autopilot of nothing.
Ooh.
I was on an autopilot mode. I wasn't.
So you was just going.
Going through the motions.
Yeah.
I was just going through the motions. I was still getting. There was still a catalog of stuff. But if you asked me what it was about,
I got it. Yeah, I got. You're not seeing your work get to the respect you need, so it's kind of put your brain in the backlog. Because why am I trying?
Yeah.
What am I trying for?
Yeah.
And then you had to turn the lights off to reignite that.
All of it. Yep. And now I get, not to brag, but I get all the attention I was looking for before when I just started focusing on me. Stop looking for them. Stop looking for their approval.
That's tough. You don't have to, don't compare it.
Dude, that's tough. Don't compare it. That's what I was trying to get to. I was trying to get to the root. Like the root of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did that do? And then it also, what I pointed out too was, it was because there's 2 ways. Because we're talking about envy right here. Grass is greener. Yours, grass is greener, made you work harder. But when you was working harder, it wasn't getting recognized like you thought it should.
Yeah.
And then because you wasn't able to get the recognition you thought you should, that made you go back and keep producing subpar work. Over and over until you figured out you doing subpar work because of self-reflection, which is always important to self-reflect. Everybody difficulty is not going to be the same difficulty. Now, I want to ask you practically, how can you give that, what you went through as advice for somebody else? Practically.
Like I started doing walks. When I came out here, I started walking. I started listening to music with no lyrics just to let the sounds of like the violin, for example, take my journey into perspective of what I've done so far what I'm trying to do and what I've overcome.
Hold on, say that again.
So like I'll listen to violin songs and like let that take the journey of like what I've done so far, what I'm trying to do, and like what I've done in the past, and kind of reflect in that walk. Like
Whoa. He said the walks and the violin made him grateful of where he became.
Yeah, because the words, I still listen to songs with words, but that, they get a little too distracting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear my story. You know what I mean? And I feel like instrumentals allow me to hear my story, allow me to, grab the pile of files and separate them and understand them in a way. Okay, this is your problem. Wow. And then you take that file out, put that in the shredder, and then you get to make new papers, more concise and structured.
Now say it to the camera again, concise.
Okay.
No, it's really no, this is a real thing. I gotta ask something on top of that at the end.
No, yeah, like I think the walks allowed me to look at what I've done so far and dissect the thing that's making me anxious and taking that out like a piece of paper in a file and putting it in the shredder so that we can focus on uplifting ourselves. I think that's what a walk and some instrumental music has done for me.
And I'm going to get to the core of what he did. Because the walking instrumental may not be for you, but this is what is for you. The appreciating where you are and respecting where you are.
Yep.
He didn't respect where he was because he was so fixated on where he wanted to go. And that churned the fire. I had that fire. It hurt. It hurt bad. You know what I'm saying? So, but your gratefulness overcame that because then you're still cherishing it. You're still keeping that. He didn't start because he wanted the recognition from others. He started because he wanted characters with the same hairstyle as him.
Yep.
But because he was so envious and not grateful for the effort, he lost that. And now he just wanted attention. And people who don't recognize that and self-reflect may start changing their goals. And then they look up like, who am I?
Facts.
So if them walks and them violin don't work for you, just know the core thing is be grateful where you are and respect where you can. And spread where you at right now. So that was pretty deep right there.
That was,
That was it.
That was a real.
Have you ever had that realization?
Huh?
Have you ever had that realization?
That's why people say it like that.
What made you realize that?
Trading, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like I've been doing this for so long. Like I should be there, but I never had that envy either. I never had everything I did. The only time I ever looked at anybody else doing it was for inspiration. Yeah. I was always to myself. I never looked and then dwelled upon how they doing. I always looked and dwelled upon how they doing so I could do it better. Yeah. I never dwelled on talking you know what I'm saying? So, but one thing that it did come was my goals. You keep not achieving your goals on these time limits. So every time you say, I'm going to have this 6 months from now, and you don't got that. Then you look up and they all got it. So that's where the envy came from too. I looked at they all got it, so I keep my head back then. But then I don't hit it again. So now I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And then I start changing things. I start doing other things. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being grateful of where I'm at and appreciating the journey I did to get that goal. Maybe I didn't get it right. Look at why I didn't get it. This, and this, and be still logical about it. And it will keep you going. That's where I felt it at. I ain't feel it because of the, you know what I'm saying, the attention and things of that nature. I felt it because of I wasn't where I see myself at.
Yeah. And they were gatekeeping too. That was the last part too. They were gatekeeping. So I used to pray if I ever got in a field where other people admire or just want to know where to start, I would not gatekeep. I was like, I pray I do not gatekeep.
It's like, what do you gain?
That's what I'm saying. They used to bother me, but now that I am in a similar boat in terms of people wanting to learn, I have a playlist of the videos I use, free softwares that help you get started without breaking your buck. All those things, I don't mind because now when you get better, I get better.
Now let me ask you this: I play poker. I don't play as much as I do. I don't play at all. Now that's a very competitive sport. Now top level, could you still be mad at gatekeeping? 1%.
Now?
No, I'm talking about
So you're saying if you're a top dog,
and you're going, it's free for all.
Yeah. It's like free for all. You know what I'm saying?
Only
can
one
you be
winner.
mad at somebody gatekeeping? Their tactics, pretty much.
Oh no! If it's other peers, I grew up playing basketball.
Yeah,
I get it.
Type,
I get it, but I'm also, I was growing in a
push a person forward. Yeah.
I was growing in a Christian household, so like I always am okay with giving.
Yeah.
So when I see someone similar that isn't, it used to bother me, but now that I have tools.
But the thing is, if it's not hurting you, then why not? Why are you gatekeeping? You know what I'm saying? If it's not hurting you.
That's what I was. But hey, that's how some people are.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I'll never forget. My friend Malik, he went to LA and he met his friend that's a model, and he went to dap him up, and he was like, no, the cameras are on. So like he wouldn't acknowledge him because he knew the cameras were on.
What the hell?
And then when they finally got backstage, then he said, sorry man, that's just business. I can't be seen in that light. But we cool though, right? And I was like, that always rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, he did that to you?
No, he did that to Malik.
Oh, okay.
And Malik was telling me how.
Oh, you was there? You seen, or he told you the story?
He told me about it because he moved to LA recently, and he's learning about some of these customs that LA adopts. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, if that's what it takes to make it, I don't want it. Yeah. Cause like I always get a joy in helping someone's journey because I know how hard that journey is. Mm-hmm. So I don't get why you guys are doing it. Like why you guys think this entitlement at a level when you weren't nothing. They was the ones there for you. They was the ones supporting you.
Oh, that's his homie?
That was his homie. Yeah, it's like y'all. Just imagine. He came to see Jerome and Jerome like, no, the camera's on.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's corny.
There ain't no. I wouldn't want to be around them.
No, I wouldn't even.
But that's how it is at times out there.
I ain't with them.
I ain't
with them. What the hell?
That's corny.
I ain't with them.
And that's what I didn't want to adopt.
Yeah,
I ain't with. That's very surface. Yeah, that's a very surface. If that's what it is, we business only then, brother.
Yeah,
business only then.
It's
brother.
all about the money.
We still cool. I ain't cool with that. But okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Bet.
Bet. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's foul. That's not showing your true loyalty.
Nah, that ain't cool.
I could see if that person was in a bad light. Like, I am a public figure and he a straight drug dealer. Yeah. Big time drug dealer.
Right. Okay.
Now
but it's not like that though.
Yeah, it wasn't. But I could see though, in certain situations, like I said, there's no one fit all. We're human. Rules are broken. There's just guidelines. Yeah. Now, in that situation, that's foul. But say if he was a big public figure and this person was a drug dealer or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, felon or something.
That would mess up your image.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
But
you know what
I'm saying? Donald Trump tapped in with nigga, I don't know.
Yeah.
Amigos. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that would help him. I say, like, I think that would help.
I
don't think that was.
I'm just saying.
I don't think that.
Migos before they was famous. I heard they was, doing what they was doing.
Yeah, it's like things of that. Like people wouldn't expect you. Like, why are you hanging around? They start questioning you. Yeah. But you pointed that out because
that's the part I didn't want to get. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care how good I get. Mm-hmm. If I get popular and I have to become that, I don't want it. Mm-hmm. I want to.
They get Hollywood.
I'm good.
Now the question is, when you do reach that popularity level, how are you going to, pick out who I'm going to teach? You know what I'm saying? You can't teach everybody.
I be studying how the wrestle. I be studying how the wrestle moves.
Oh yeah.
The wrestle moves in a way I would want to. Yeah. Like he always talks about his team is genuine, and he admits he can't do it all. Yeah. He's got certain people to help in certain avenues. I know I'm one man, so I want to build a core of people that could help, me regulate everything. I'm not going to know everything. I want a council of people who can tell me when I'm wrong and tell me when I'm right. I don't want yes men. Yeah. I want people who going to keep it real, Yeah. And so.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because it's just like knowing where you lack is a skill.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Knowing where you lack is a skill. Knowing what's not worth it because of the time it needs to get good at it is good. Mm-hmm. Then being able to find somebody who is good at it and willing to pay that fee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Being able to delegate properly. These are all things that make a successful human.
Mm-hmm.
and being okay with accepting a lesser piece of the pie because of all that.
Yeah.
Those are just things you gotta like. Those are real things right there.
Takes a lot of humility.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Humility. It takes a lot of being grateful because you're not greedy.
Yeah.
Because a greedy person, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get over. Then I'm trying to not pay you what it is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a lot, and having them qualities definitely is dope. Now, when you are in that environment, I haven't, you probably haven't. Mm-hmm. How would you cipher out when they aren't working in your best interest? I mean, it's pretty easy. I can think about it. I said I never been in that.
Oh yeah, it is easy because I told you, we come from Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
You're genuinely surprised by things. You genuinely want to try things.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say, oh, let's shoot this idea, and they say, who's gonna be there though? Like, is somebody famous gonna be there? Oh no, it's just an idea I had in mind. Oh, okay, I'll get back with you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that just tells me, okay, no.
That's how they moved out there.
Yes,
That's wild.
That's sick.
yes.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's wild.
I ain't had
It's either that or if they see you with motion, they're gonna hit you up saying we need to work, and you act like me, Jerome. Okay, let's set up a date, and then they never hit you up on the date, or even worse, they set a date up, then the day of they cancel. That's a tendency I have run across frequently out there, but it's because they see you moving. So if they find a way to slow you down, maybe I can catch up.
Yeah.
That's how you think they
That's
play?
wild.
That's
a wild game.
How you think they play? Well, that's
Honestly,
the game. You can't be mad at the game.
I can't be mad at the game. That's why I learned to be self-sufficient.
Hate the game, not the player.
But hey, in all those failures, I've found some great people out there. Like my boy Nick, dude had he could bring 20 people to show up on set for any idea. That's power.
He tapped in.
No,
for any idea. And he met me, and he didn't have to give me a chance. Like all I had was one editing credit for a college video. That's all I had, and he gave me the chance. Heard my story out, and has always been uplifting. So there's good people out there. Don't get it twisted. It's just you got to know how to have, like that rhino skin when it's rough days.
Oh yeah.
You got to have it two ways.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
Now we going on in the last topics, y'all. I want to say this real quick. This is the topic. Doing things you don't like to get ahead. Who started off last? Was it you?
You did.
I started it off?
Yeah.
On the overcoming difficulties?
Yeah, because you was talking about.
Okay, then it's your turn. Or Jerome, want it?
Same topic again.
Doing things you don't like to get ahead.
That's life. You gotta work.
Oh yeah, working.
Hold on.
Working an unrelated job when you have a degree in a job that everyone says you should have a job in. Like some people think if you don't have a job that's related to your degree, you're considered a failure. Like out the gate, that is almost every college student.
Yeah.
You graduate, you don't have a degree, you don't have a job in your degree, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But understanding that that's a part of the journey is very difficult mentally.
People don't respect the grind, they respect the results.
Yeah, exactly.
When you finish college, you can't just bounce into a job, you know what I'm saying?
But that's not what they tell you.
Yeah, that's how they make it seem. Hell yeah, that's how they make it seem. Yeah, you finish college and you're rich.
I don't know why LinkedIn does this. They love to notify you that they considered you, but they chose someone else. That is the most heinous email. I don't know why they think we need to know that they decided to pick someone else. Just don't reply.
Yeah,
They give you closure.
Hey, look.
But they
don't want
Hey, Jerome, we saw your email, but we're going over here.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, best of luck.
Good days.
Yeah.
I would say,
That's how it be.
No, that's
you know
what's
what I'm saying? They do it for closure. But some people be like, they ain't never hit me back.
but for a lot of college students, that hurts. That is a big thing. Me included. That took. I went from having a film degree to being a substitute teacher. That's what I am now. And I've come into terms with that. I'm okay with that because it allows me to make my comic book. It allows me to do my shows.
Yeah.
Quote on that I made is, how can I be embarrassed of where I'm at today when I know where I'm headed?
And a lot of college students need to hear that. A lot of college students need to hear that. I'm telling you, You could speak that in front of a crowd. They need to hear that. Seniors in college need to hear exactly what you just said, because they think if they don't have that job straight out the gate, they are failures.
And the thing is, that's everybody nowadays, though. It's like everybody, especially with social media, everybody sees the diamonds or the money or the cars, and they're like, I'm trying to get to that. You know what I'm saying? But
they simulate their lives.
Yeah.
They're like, bruh.
You gotta work to get to it.
You can't press fast forward on your life.
No.
So what I say is, social media. I learned this from Kevin Samuel. He didn't explicitly say this, but this perspective came. Social media fantasy. People need to get rooted in reality. The reason why I say this is because remember when I was telling you about the annual wages of certain ages.
Yeah.
At 24 years old, or there's a little range, 25 to 21, whatever it is, you're technically going to be making 36 to 46,000 a year. Then 36 to 45 is like 50 something or something like that. But it's their sets. Yeah. It's not high.
Yeah, it's the average, right?
So because we're so fixated on the fantasy, and the fantasy has become more accessible, and because we see these 100 people on here that we don't even really know, flexing things that they probably don't really have. You don't know if it's really real. It's creating you're basing your life on fantasy. You see a hero and you thinking you could be that hero. It's not even real. Now there's some things you could do to get there, right? But just to be that all inclusive like that at this time, at this moment is a set you up for failure. Yeah. Because we're not moving in reality. Now that you could use them as inspiration, but people don't use them as inspiration. They use it as put downs. Yeah. I look at that and now what am I doing? Yeah, I'm a bum.
Yeah.
Speak it.
Yeah, that's real talk.
So that's why I learned to root in reality. You know what I'm saying? And then just be thankful. Like we said, be grateful of what you have. If you are 35 or making that annual, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with being average.
Where you at right now? As long as you working.
It's not that's not forward. Enough to move forward. Okay.
To move forward. That's what I'm saying. Not working to move forward.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that's not enough.
Not just working.
That's not, say
cool.
Jerome,
Making $20,000 this year.
He just okay with substitute teacher, but he had that goal, but he's so comfortable being substitute teacher.
Yeah, that's all he's doing is just substitute teaching. Yeah, he ain't working on his comics.
Yeah, he ain't doing none of that.
I don't get a lot of sleep. Nah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get off of work and go probably work on his comic right after. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real. Like people would get comfortable with that and just be okay. Shrug the shoulder. Yeah. Like what you say, put it in the back, throw it away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do though. And I can definitely see that. Going back to the question, doing things you don't like to get ahead. That was the ratio take, and we all added on top of that. Let's go to Jerome.
I would say, like really calling yourself out on your goals. Like if you had a goal at a certain time period.
Oh my God.
Doing the sit down.
Yeah.
And not saying, well, I got to do this first and then I'll do the sit down.
Yeah.
Well, I got to do this first and then I'll do the sit down. No. Doing that sit down and honestly asking yourself, did you do it?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you get it done?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to take something away. Well, in my case, I take something away.
Yeah, that's
what's convenient.
Yeah, that's
like I got to take my PlayStation away. Well, you didn't get it done this month. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
go ahead and give it to your sister, and we'll reconvene next week.
Yeah.
Or next month.
Yeah, that's how it is.
You know what I mean? That is never fun for me.
Yeah, no, that's. So doing the boring work is never fun, but it's. So what is your conclusion? Like just let's sum it all up. You know
to sum it all up, if you have goals and you don't meet them, you have to give your form of a punishment to remind yourself that this is real life. It's like doing homework. You don't do the homework, you get a bad grade.
Yeah.
The punishment make you do the work you don't like.
Yeah.
I get it.
So that next time you won't get punished.
Yep.
Matter of fact, you get a treat. We'll go to Wingstop or something.
Yeah. But that's a real thing.
If you not
that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
You go.
What? That's a real thing. I'm so like y'all.
You getting a veggie plate?
This is people don't.
He
people
don't really relate right here.
Yeah. No. People don't treat wins the same they treat losses, and I despise that. I despise that immensely. Like, why is you picking out only my losses and never my wins? Why is my losses hurt 10 times more than my wins? Why can't my wins be so much more everlasting? Not in the everlasting, it says like, why can't they feel as good?
Yeah.
Because we're not rewarding.
Yeah.
Because we look up and see there's someone already doing better instead of being appeased where we at. And also going back on that, the punishment make you do the work you don't like to do. Having the goals in your face always keep you focused. Like if y'all look over there, I want to put a whiteboard up that just say the goals I have because I got so much going on. I want to be able to stay focused, and looking at it forces me to see the reality I'm living and what I am not doing. Because I look at that wall every time you in here, you turn around.
Yeah,
you look.
You have to see that wall.
Every time you walk that way, and I go that way I go that way a lot. I go that way a lot. So every time I go that way, I'm seeing everything up, and that forces me. But he said to sit there. Every time I see that, I'm like, I'm not doing what I'm doing. Or if I am doing what I'm doing, let's go. Let's keep going what I'm doing.
Right. But you put that whiteboard up.
I just thought of it 2 days ago. Yeah, this is like, I'm saying, this is all real time. This is day to day right here. We just shot the last podcast Saturday. We just shot it Saturday. I was like,
you like Squidward with the pages?
I didn't know how long you had this idea.
No, that was a good question. I literally just had like, damn, I could put like a little whiteboard up there.
Oh yeah, you put it in the places that are convenient
to see.
Yeah, you gonna see it
because it's making you like it's making you have to sit down like, oh, I'm not even
the uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's going to ignite that. Make sure your fire off because you're always seeing it.
Yeah.
I used to do it with my yoga. Every time I do yoga, I was doing it frequently a week. At the end of my yoga, I would lay down, close my eyes, and I would visualize myself as a drill sergeant. I'd be like, line up, right? Like this is all director right here. This is I'm about to direct the scene. How much time I got? I'm about to direct the scene. Close my eyes, a mouth appear, line up with a microphone, and it's like the little stereo, right? So then the feet will walk out. So it's the camera, the feet, and the feet is the camera's still, but the walks is going. They got the army boots on. And then it turned a corner. The commander, or first it turned a corner. The camera raises. As it's raising, they going, or you hear the footsteps first, and then you hear, and then they walking. This is a real thing I used to do. And then the dude will walk out, and then as he walking out, it would show it's me, and then it'll be like at ease. And every single soldier that was there was a goal, and it was me. It was a goal though. Every time I'll be like, this goal, go first. Tell me my goal. Tell me what I gotta do. And then they'll tell me the goal. It'll tell me what I had to do. The timeline. I'll be like, what's going on? Why you ain't did it? How's the progress? And I do that for every single one of my goals. And that kept me on track. But
that's hella funny.
I have strayed away from that. Like this is a real thing I used to do.
No, I know your imagination is just crazy. Yeah, you got a crazy imagination.
That's how I was directed.
Interrogating the goals. What have you done yet?
Nah, for real.
How have you contributed?
Yeah, and I used to really do that. I used to beat him up. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Like that. That's real life, bro.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, literally, like, what's taking so long?
No, that's funny.
Like, what's taking so long? Like, get on it. Like,
I was just like picturing. That was a great explanation.
Look at me.
Yeah, no, and then at some points it's like, okay, you're not doing that. We gotta take this away. It's taking too long.
That's fire.
That's a great explanation. I just pictured it all in my
head.
Come on, man.
Give me another week, man.
No, they ain't do that. This is the army. There ain't no talking your way out. It's okay. Yes, sir.
Let's get to it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Get to it.
And that's how I kept myself accountable. But I have not been doing my yoga. I haven't been as like when I was doing that. I called it the state of living I was in. The place I was living, I called it the dungeon. It was like the dungeon. It was dark. It was very dark, and it wasn't small, but it was like you're to yourself. Like if you're in there, you're not really hearing a lot of stuff. You're like really to yourself.
It was a dungeon.
And he know that lawn chair. I used to brood. I used to contemplate. I just sit in that lawn. It was a lawn chair in the middle of the. Like you see where that cat little pedestal thing is at?
It was in the middle.
Imagine a lawn chair sitting there. I used to
not
sit
even
in
the lawn chairs, like the porch chairs. You know what I'm talking about? The porch chairs, green,
not
like
the WWE ones. Right. The ones that already come that don't fold up.
Yeah.
It's like the white one. It used to be like the white ones.
Right here?
Yeah, it would be like right there.
But it wasn't here. It was at his other apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I called it was the green chair. I used to sit in there and just
chair
think.
in the middle of the room.
It's just the middle. Just like that look. It was a couch and it was just the middle. It was a chair.
Bro.
I used to sit there and think.
It was nights, bro, when me and Mike used to stay over there, and you would just wake up with him just sitting there in the chair.
Yeah,
what are you doing, bro? You're really weird.
I used to think, bro. I used to, like, I don't understand, like, that was at that point in my life, I was grinding. Like, I've been grinding since I left out of high school. I've been grinding even in high school. Like, I never stopped grinding. So it was, at that point, I was very, very deep into it. And that's where I experienced I'm not reaching my goal. That's where I've experienced all these expectations I have on myself is crushing.
Yeah.
And in that house, it ain't help.
Mm-hmm.
That house dark as a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called the dungeon.
Nah, it was dark at all moments of the day.
At all, if you close that back, the bedroom door, you're in pitch black.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the day. You're pitch black. I remember at one point in my life, I was only going outside. It was night. The moon was up.
I remember that.
And you know, and there's a lot of things I went through during that time that I had to do these things to stay the course or I would have lost myself. I had a notebook that kept me productive. I'm doing this for this goal for 4 hours, making sure I'm hitting at least some type of employment type of hours, investing in myself to keep me
smart
on my grind, make sure I ain't bullshitting. So basically, they all went for their overcoming difficulties. To sum his up was, I forgot.
I forgot what mine was too, but it's okay. You was talking a lot, my boy. It's good. They heard it. We heard it in the video. I forgot what my shit was. That's the worst part about it. I don't even know what I said no more. God. That was a long conversation, but I don't even know what the question was, no more the topic or nothing.
I'm still on the fact he's choking out his gums.
Yeah, I still got that going on in my damn brain. Yeah, drill sergeants out here, waterboard.
Look at me.
That's real life.
Oh, for real, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
I forgot, bro, but it was good. That was a good topic, though. It was good, bro.
I gotta get mine, though.
You gotta keep that in there.
I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine.
It's all gonna be in there.
I gotta get mine. Hold on. Doing things you don't like to get ahead. I'm gonna go with the ratio. This life. That's what he said.
That's what
it's
I
life.
said. It's life. Yeah.
That's literally life. There's no way around it. The best way I would say to do it is you just gotta do it. I ain't gonna lie. You just gotta do it. You just gotta get in the habit. Everything gets easier once you have made it a pattern. So the first day, hour, boom, kick it up a notch after you're doing it. Because you're always going to have boring work to do. So after you continuously string it together in your schedule after work, you do a 2-hour period just doing the work to get ahead. After you keep doing that, it's going to get easier and easier, just like studying or playing a game. Or it just gets easier. Doing the boring work gets easier. So basically what I'm saying is, do it. You're going to do it enough till where it ain't going to be hard. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And I have really nothing else to say. We went on for a very long time. Do y'all have any remarks?
Nah, that was a great podcast. That's all I gotta say. It was a long one. It was a good one.
Oh yeah, this is a fire podcast. Yeah, this is. I got to say a lot more than I expected to. So that just pays homage to the the welcomeness you guys bring and just the attention to detail you guys are like actually listening versus just grazing over questions. So
yeah, and I do gotta say I've never actually I don't know. I guess it's a thing when I was in high school. I just never really talked to people.
Yeah.
Besides maybe Jerome and maybe a real small circle. I never really talked to you outside. Even in high school, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was real cool, but it wasn't I never got a real conversation with you. So it's real.
No, yeah,
first real conversation.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Dope.
It was really cool.
I knew he was a great person.
Yeah, no, I already knew. Yeah, cool.
No.
Person,
I mean, I knew him.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was great.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was great until basketball. And then I seen little things he was doing.
Yeah, the antics.
When I was talking to myself?
No, not even that. That wasn't even that.
Oh.
When you said, I'm doing these ideas and people are flaking. That was very relatable. And I said, oh, he's doing things. Then when he showed me he was posting consistently and I had information to give him and he was being real grateful on the information acting on it. Then we was talking about the comics, the thing, everything. What showed me he was great because of the emotion he was having. And then the motion he was having, then plus the little confidence things always added up to it. But really what showed me was the motion he was having. I want to be around that motion. You know what I'm saying?
Putting into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was giving some eye-opening advice about how to move with the content and how to I remember I did a post and you talk about what was it, PPC or what you said the per cost clicks with that on Instagram that helped me. Oh no, let's stop on that post. I'm paying too much per cost to click, and so it helped me budget a lot better with what I was gonna do with my
Did it help?
Yeah, it helped me stop some that
no,
word.
It did.
Wasting money.
Yeah, no,
I said, didn't he say if it go over $1, then stop it?
Yeah, stop it.
I was like, wait, stop.
Yeah,
So then,
it helped me
identify. Okay, where my good hours to post.
Yeah.
It helped me like ask myself, okay, when should I be posting? How should I post? What does Instagram do if I do this? So no, yeah, that advice. Usually people pay for stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that was the real thing. I lucked up on that. I had a good post that showed me it was like 60 cents per click. I said, oh, hold on, this is $1. This don't even seem right. Let me cut that off. I just kept striving for that number. Like 90 cents is cool. Just don't go above that $1. But yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Keep going.
No, yeah, and just.
But that's what showed. That what made me bring him on here. And, like he's a great person. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard it himself.
And y'all doing it in Patterson. You know what I mean? Like there's not enough stuff being done in Patterson in terms of the ambition side. Or if it is, they don't speak it out loud. They don't try to unify.
It's real small.
You know what I mean? There's not enough unification. Everyone's doing their own thing. And no one's trying to help nobody. But then if someone gets going, they say, "Oh man, I was believing in them from afar though."
Yeah.
You know, you guys are bringing people together. So that's
what
cool.
I say about that is, when you finally sit on the throne, don't be confused while everybody acting like you a king. So just know, like once you finally get there, they gonna switch up. Just know that already. That's when I say to that. Like I was seeing them because people naturally gravitate to where. That's why there's bandwagons. So already knowing that's gonna protect you from that disappointment, from that man you wasn't, because you know how people is already, because you know you're gonna get there.
Right.
So that's what that would help out with.
Just expecting it. Don't know that. Just expect it. Yeah,
but you know
it's
it's
not
gonna
always
happen.
true.
No, that's gonna happen. Niggas
What,
gonna come out the
people change?
No, I'm talking about not saying change. People who wasn't there is gonna say they were there.
Okay.
That's what
now
I'm saying.
Okay. Now, yeah, I would say no.
Like for instance, dudes who get rich and now the woman is coming.
Yeah.
That's my twin, bro. He
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you
We
a
been
king.
locked in.
Yeah, don't expect them not. Like you saying.
I get you now. Yeah.
That's what I say. That. But yeah, no, definitely had a great time, great talk. Anything else you had to add?
What's it called? Stay tuned for Volume 2 of Jodio's World. Jodio's World.
Everything out.
Check us out on spyfroman_art and spyfroman for more of the motivational stuff. And just, you know, I'm the type of guy, each time you see me, I'm trying to get better. So the next time you see us, hopefully we'll have this mobile game done. So stay tuned.
You heard him.
Yeah. And then you got
to know about the DS.
What you know about the DS?
Lock in on
Not the SD, no card. You feel me?
Got all the games. Lock in.
What? You got anything to say?
No, that was a great episode. I loved it today. That was a great episode.
Yeah, nah.
Episode 8.
I was supposed to say this in the beginning, but
like and subscribe.
Also, thank y'all for the 100,000 views altogether.
Woo!
We hit 100,000 views. That was dope.
Woo!
That was dope. We got 100,000 in total everywhere. That's great. In 6 weeks.
What, a month?
6
month
weeks.
And a half?
Yeah, a month and a half. A month and a half. So really thank y'all for all the support and love. And you know what I'm saying? We out. One love. Peace.
Peace.